How's it going, everybody? I'm Dean Burkhardt, and I would like to welcome all of you to Holy Ghost Prep's 4th annual Holy Ghost Prep Day. Basically what it is, it's a day of giving, a day of community for all of you, friends, family, alumni, to donate and give back to your
Cut, you're doing it all wrong. You gotta get him excited. This is boring. Where's my helmet?
This is how we innovate.
We're gonna show you what Oh, getting a call.
Yo, Brady, are we going to show them who I'm interviewing?
Of course we are.
Hi, my name is Rand, class of 02 at Holy Ghost.
This isn't even on the script, what? Let him go with it.
We're also gonna be covering some of our new and important clubs, like Model UN, HGP TV, and much more, along with our sports, which have been pushing new boundaries.
Yo, Brady, are you going to tell them about HGP volleyball next spring?
Don't worry, Coach Colin. We'll make sure to talk about volleyball and all the other amazing stuff happening at Holy Ghost Prep on May 8th, 2024. Right, Firebird?
Tune in!
Tune in!
Tune in.
Tune in!
Dude, you just stole my whole show.
I know. Wasn't it great?
You know what?
Donate $50 or more and get these socks.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Holy Ghost Day. I'm Justin Lucas.
And I'm Dean Burkhardt.
We're super excited to have a great day of fundraising and everything. Dee, why don't you get right into it?
Well, it's our 4th annual Holy Ghost Day. Beyond excited to be here.
Definitely, yep.
Today, we're going to have student performances, interviews of faculty and staff, engineering, forensics, Model UN, everything, all the good stuff, all today. Beyond excited.
Yes, and we have so much stuff planned, and we have a huge team here helping us, and we have the brains of everything right here. Mrs. Gear. Mrs. Gear is here to help us with everything. So, Mrs. Gear, tell us a little about Holy Ghost Day.
Great. Thanks so much for having me, guys. First, as Dean mentioned, this is our 4th annual Holy Ghost Day, and we've expanded a lot over the last 4 years, and we're just at the time now where we have the opportunity to include several students. So I'm extremely thankful for having all of our Holy Ghost HGP TV students with us here today and leading into the day. We've had about 15 students help us, so a big round of applause for those guys and helping us be successful today. We will have our first major update in terms of dollars and donors coming up shortly around 9:30, 9:45, but we did want to let you know that you guys are coming out in droves. Donations are flying in, and people are really being tuned into our social media. So we just encourage you to stay with us from 9 until about noon today and just pay attention to all the cool things that our students and our faculty and staff are doing here to make Holy Ghost Prep the great place it is. But I would be remiss if I didn't remind everyone that your donation of $50 or more will get you a pair of these awesome Holy Ghost Day socks. I know it's something that a lot of the students are looking forward to, our alumni as well. So please take some time to watch the students live in action today and give as soon as possible. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you, Mrs. Gear. Mrs. Gear has really just been a great help setting everything up, getting all the productions ready and stuff, and she's just been a huge help for everyone here.
Yeah, thank you so much for everything.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So for all the donors watching at home, you saw those socks, and if you have a senior graduating this year, I'd be thrilled. Get him a pair of socks to wear during graduation, because those are just absolutely amazing.
Well, now we have, as it is this whole week, it is Nurse Appreciation Week and Teacher Appreciation Week, but today, especially on campus, it's Nurse Bushwick Appreciation Day. Thank you so much for being on with us.
Thank you so much.
So, Mrs. Bushwick, in honor of you coming up in Nurse Bushwick Day, we do have a little gift for you.
Oh, thank you so much. You know, I love what I do, so it's, it's just an honor to be here and be at the school for 14 years.
Yeah.
It's been
like
fabulous.
you said, you've been here for 14 years. It's been amazing seeing you in the hallways every day. You just cheer everyone's day up, and it's just really good to have you. So thank you for
so
coming
much.
on.
Thank you for
very
having me.
much. Yeah, of
Thank you
course.
so much. And now, let's get into a little morning news, shall we? Oh, it's still in the morning.
Little mini morning news.
Yeah?
So today, so me and Dean are just going to cover a couple of small things going on around campus. We have senior day for the baseball team today at 4 o'clock. So if you guys aren't doing anything, I know the bad start to the day, a little rainy, but the sun should pop out soon. It will be a nice day later, mid-80s. So make sure if you're coming, wear the sunscreen. But all the guys on the team, I know I would like to see a lot of guys there supporting our team. So just mean a lot if you guys could come out.
Yeah, it's 4 o'clock against Chichester. Be there. We have captain of the team right here, big pitcher, the man so far. And then later that day, or later tonight, we have the open house.
Yep.
Tours for prospective families. I know there's a ton of student tour guides that are going to be there. Just want to thank all the faculty and staff that helped put that together. Super excited for that. That's going to go very smooth, as it always does.
Oh, yeah, always. Never any problems. You're a tour guide, right?
I am a tour guide.
So
Yeah.
I'm sorry for anyone who is on the tour with Dean. I mean,
It might be the best tour of all time.
It might.
You would just have to
maybe
come
not. But anyway, like we've been talking about. So thank you guys for all tuning in today. We're gonna be bouncing back and forth between different interviews all day for like Mrs. Gear said, from 9 to around 12 o'clock. So if you're watching, feel free to donate.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of faces around campus today. And thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah. So right now we're gonna cut it, like Dean said, to an open house video.
Hi, I'm Bobby Williams, and today is the 2023 Fall Open House. You'll be following me around today to get the full experience, either virtual or rewatching it from the time you came on your own. I remember when I was walking here 4 years ago as an 8th grader, a prospective family, walking this same walkway and into the Holt Center as an 8th grader, looking up at all the kids before I knew and understood everything about the Brotherhood. Our tour will begin in the Holt Center, where we have samples of clubs, activities, and sports that will be on display for you and your son that we have in our Holy Ghost Prep community. There will also be some remarks by Mr. Garrison and Mr. Burke. I'm forever grateful to attend the premier college prep school here in Bensalem, Pennsylvania, right off Route 13. Participating in the open house as a tour guide and a representative of my school is one of the various honors you'll have once you become a student here at Holy Ghost Prep to give back to the old you. I say the old you because everyone that attends the school, whether you're a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, was in your shoes once as an 8th grader walking through these halls and unsure what the next 4 years had in store for them. I truly think these 4 years I spent at Holy Ghost Prep have set me up perfectly for the next 4 in college, where I will go on and pursue my career, and I'll be fully prepared due to my education here at Holy Ghost Prep. When I say the old me, I think a perfect example of that is even myself and the opportunity presented to me at Ghost. I've had the blessing of an opportunity to start a basketball clinic here at Holy Ghost Prep for children with special needs and on the autism spectrum. That's the story of Holy Ghost, and that's the story of the Brotherhood and the spirits and values. There's so much Ghost has to offer. And you can listen to me or any of my classmates and my peers talk to you for hours about it, because they can. But it wouldn't be possible without the guys who came before me and my teachers. I can't say enough about the dedication our teachers have to us as students here at Holy Ghost Prep. Every department is completely devoted to your personal success to achieve your max potential. This has been our 2023 Fall Open House video. I think Ghost, and you should too.
What's up, everyone? It's Tom McGinley. I'm here with senior Owen Smith. He recently acted in 2 plays, Arsenic and On Lace, as well as Urinetown. So, Owen, thanks for being here today.
Of course, Tom. How are you?
Good, good. Can you just tell us which play was your favorite and what you enjoyed so much about it?
I would definitely say Urinetown was definitely my favorite, just because the music in the show was just so fun, so thrilling, and it really was an incredible performance, and everyone really came together and just put on an incredible performance, especially since we got all these nominations for the Philadelphia Independence Awards. So, yeah, I would definitely say Urinetown was the best show, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Our theater program has really gained a reputation over the last couple of years.
Absolutely, yes.
Just a great, talented group of guys every year in and year out. So much so that this year, Urinetown was nominated for 17 nominations.
17, yes.
So can you take us through that, what that process is like and the excitement that goes into that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have multiple judges come see every show. We do 5 performances. So we have multiple judges see every single show. And what they do is they grade each category. So, best supporting actor, best lead actor, best ensemble. They grade each category. And we're put up against, I think it was 30 other schools this year. in competition. So being nominated for 17 categories and getting a good grade in almost all the categories was a really big deal for us. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. So I'm gonna shout some guys out.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Dan Swider was nominated for Best Supporting Actor. Luke Stoke was nominated for Featured Actor. Multiple nominations for music and dance ensembles. Stage Crew was nominated multiple times.
Yeah.
And even our own Mr. Charmella and Mr. Profi were nominated for Theater Educators.
Yes, yes.
So do you know when the awards will come out?
Yeah, so May 20th is when the award show is. So yeah, we'll find out that night. We all go down to Temple to their theater, and it's like a big night where they'll announce each award similar to the Oscars. I mean, like, I know it's an exaggeration, but kind of like the Oscars. It's like each category they'll announce the awards, and we're hoping to take home specifically Best Ensemble because we all worked really hard for that, and we're all really proud of that nomination. Yeah.
Great. All right. Well, thanks, Owen.
Of course.
Congrats on another great year.
Thank you.
Good luck in the future, and we're going to send it over to Dean in the Holt Center. He's got some interviews, and you're also going to see a performance of the award-nominated Cop Song.
How's it going? I'm Dean, and I'm here live at the Holt Center with one of the stars of the Holy Ghost Prep play, Rocky. Rocky, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Can you tell me a little bit about your character, the upcoming show?
So I'm Officer Barrel. I'm one of the corrupt cops, just trying to take out as many people as possible, the poor, paid off by the rich Cladwell. It's a lot of fun.
It sounds so exciting. Personally, I'm beyond excited.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you guys. Can you tell me a little bit about Urinetown?
Urinetown is a comedy, and it's all about the poor versus the rich. Like, the rich are really oppressive over the poor, and they're like making them pay to go to the bathroom and everything like that. And the poor are finally like, you know what, we're done with this, and they riot against them.
And as you all know, so much effort going into this. Can you tell me a little bit about like what the preparation's been like for this?
Yeah. We've been working for a couple of months, and at first it starts with like a couple people are brought in, and we do like a couple pages of a couple scenes, and then it's like a group of people, a bigger group are brought in, and then we do like a vocal rehearsal, and then eventually we get to where we're at now, where it's everybody in this theater all at the same time and doing the show from start to finish over and over and over again until we have it down.
And before we got on, you would tell me a little about the pit. Can you just walk me through what that is?
Yeah. So usually we kind of just like, I'm not going to say rent out, but we like hire people to come in and do the pit. And this year we only have 5 people, including Mr. Hallahan. And the sound quality and the music is just so awesome. Like, we had a rehearsal where we all sat down and we sang through the show, the entire show, with the band, and it reinvigorated all of us. We were all super pumped, super excited just because of the music that they brought to us.
Thank you so much for that, Rocky. It was great talking to you.
Great talking to you, too.
Thank you. Now we're here behind the scenes with a few of the masterminds from the school play. So we're here with Joe, Senior. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Sure. So I'm Joe. I'm a senior, class of 2024, and I operate the soundboard in the booth. This is where we control all of the sound and lighting for the show. This right here is the lighting board. This controls any lighting effects, how the stage is colored, things like that. And this is the microphone board. It controls all of people's microphones, so you can actually hear them throughout the show, and any sort of like sound effects, make sure they're the right volume, stuff like that. So this is Ben. This is our light board operator. He operates this amalgamation. I don't know how to work this, but he does. So, and this right here, Evan, our stage manager. He's like kind of in charge. He's calling the shots. He's cueing me and he's cueing him, just so that we stay on script and know what to do.
Do you believe this is where the real magic of the play happens back here?
Yeah, really, the stuff, the actors are doing their thing, but the real magic of the play is backstage one and also, back here, because the show wouldn't happen without us.
I love it, and I love how it's all student ran. It's all like my classmates I know are back here doing all the magic. I think that's so special.
Everything cleaned up all right, Mr. Barrow?
Sure, same as always. But did you hear him scream?
Old man struck?
All the way down to Urinetown.
Yes, I heard him, but... And they always do seem to scream in the end now, don't they, Mr. Barrow? Once there, long journey into exile comes to a close, and the spires of Urinetown peak above the horizon. They do scream then, Mr. Barrow. They most certainly do.
I suppose I thought he might be different somehow.
Different?
Old man Strong always seemed a bit tougher than the rest. I thought he might, I don't know, surprise us.
If there's one thing I learned in my many years of enforcing the laws of the city, it's that the journey down to Urinetown offers no surprises. Not even from the very toughest among us. On that journey, expect only the expected. Well, let's all go. Come on the journey over the other journey of humble death. A slut face, straight to the base, certain to the base. It's a full town, it's a path that leads you only one place. Horrible to retrace a crumble down. A hard, cold tumble of a journey, trouble of a journey to Urinetown. Julie Cassidy went to a field behind a tree, saw there was no one who could see through me but me. And Jacob Rosenblum thought he was safe up in his room. Didn't know the jars he kept up there would obligate a trip to Urinetown. Well, there are those who think of the position simply malicious, a bunch of fools, but it's we who gather for the people, tap into the steeple. Awful fruits, our task to bring a little order. Swing a lot of harder for what he loots as the book says, certainly a season. Trample on the trees and without your boots. Roger Roosevelt kept a cup below his belt. Cup ran over when he dealt. We spelt, we dealt. And Joseph Goldman struck. Held his plea for much too long. Hoped his son might bail him out. His guess was good but also wrong. The years passed, all lived in a jungle, scooping down a jungle nature's hole. Like college definition, certain aggravation, to learn the power of a truncheon, organize a function, king to flawed. So, if peace is what you're after, Urinetown's the rafter to hang it on.
Julie Cassidy, Jacob Rosenblum,
Don't be like them, don't be like them, don't be like them, don't be like them, don't be like them. Don't be like them. The journey of a journey of humble death. A stumble of a case, a stumble of the base. A serve to the base, it's a stumble down. It's a bad, release from the wrong place. Horrible to retrace a crumble. Hard, cold, tumble of a journey, rumble of a journey to Urinetown.
Hello everybody, my name is Brady Stout. I'm a junior here at Holy Ghost with Jeremiah Maturi, who's another junior here at Holy Ghost, and he's involved with the music program, plays the piano. And we're just going to talk a little bit about one of the gifts from Giving Tuesday that some donors gave to us. We've been using it a lot here. And Jeremiah, what do you have to say about this piano?
I think in general, I think everybody has an inclination to like creativity, and for me, that inclination comes in the form of music, specifically the piano. And being able to have like this new keyboard, it kind of like, it allows me to, show up my creativity in a way. I get to play whenever I'm free. Whenever I have free periods, I can come to the music room and play it. It's a lot better than the previous pianos that we had, so the music sounds better too. And it's very like portable, we can place it wherever we need to. In terms of the events that we use it for, I'd say that we use it very often for the band concerts we hold in the winter and in the spring. We have one in a few weeks. We also use it for our masses that we hold at school. The ones held in like the field house. I think we also use it a lot for First Friday, which is held in the art gallery, where everyone gets an opportunity to just showcase their.
Yeah, that's always a fun time. Every now and then on Fridays during break, we go in the art room. Someone's always playing, whether it's the open season band we have here or someone like Jeremiah just playing on the piano.
Welcome everyone. I have Mrs. Kohler here and everyone's favorite Holy Ghost dog, Willa. Well, show Willa real quick. There she is. So Mrs. Kohler, you're here with, we have, for those students who aren't on campus or those who may not know, we have Willow Wednesdays. So Mrs. Kohler, why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
So on Wednesdays, Willow gets to come to school, and she mainly stays with me. That's her job. And she works with the Montgomery Scholars students, just offering them comfort throughout the day. If they have a test that day or, just aren't feeling super great, they can come in, they can pet her, they can hang out with her. Also, other students often will come and stop in and say hi to Willow. And you can find her around campus. Sometimes we go over to the library, and she likes to wander freely, and everyone likes to say hi.
So, obviously, we have Willow here for students to support, but we also have the Montgomery program that you mentioned. What is that?
So the Montgomery Scholars Program is a program that we offer to help with some learning support for students who have difficulty with executive functioning skills. So those are skills like organization, prioritization, task initiation, test-taking strategies, study skills, all of those sorts of things are the things that we work on in the program.
Gotcha. So obviously you have Will and the Montgomery program. So how does someone, and why is the Montgomery program such a big deal for students here at Holy Ghost?
Often when you transition into high school, it's a big change. Also, coming to Holy Ghost in and of itself is a big change. You know, a lot of students are now coming into a single-sex community. They're coming into a different type of education system, and it can kind of throw them. So for some students who have had it kind of easy going through, all of a sudden they're finding challenges, and the Montgomery Scholars Program meets them and helps them to adjust and to find their way in high school.
All right, so like you guys heard Mrs. Kohler, if you guys have been feeling stressed about anything and you would just like some relaxing, find Will out in the hallway, find Mrs. Kohler. Finding Will is super relaxing. Just hang out with her for a little bit. So yeah, thank you for Mrs. Kohler, and thank you, Willa.
Sports athlete?
Probably Bryce Harper.
Yeah, Bryce Harper, let's go! Would you rather have super strength or be able to fly?
Super strength.
Super strength, he's a strong guy. Chiefs or Niners?
Niners.
What are you most excited to do at Ghost?
Basketball.
Basketball. He's a baller. He's a baller. Best cheesesteak in Philly? Pats.
What do you hate most about Francis? His singing. Oh my gosh.
6, 7, 8.
What are you most excited for next year?
I'm most excited for the Holy Ghost hockey team.
Can he make a shot?
What's the best cheesesteak in Philly? That's a good answer. I like that.
We're back. So obviously you guys just saw we've had 2 interviews with Tom McGinley and Owen Smith, briefly going over the past play and all the awards that they've been nominated for. And like you just saw, I just interviewed Mrs. Kohler about Will Wednesdays and the Montgomery program. So we've had a lot of great interviews so far, and we have much more stuff coming up, so get ready for that.
I just want to give a quick shout out to someone who I believe behind the scenes for the play Urinetown really didn't get any recognition. That's Mr. Profi, who did
Shout out Mr. Profi.
all the choreography for it. As everybody knows, Mr. Profi, huge arts behind the scenes,
Yep.
music, dance,
Yep.
all into that. So big shout out to him. Thank you for that.
Yeah, Mr. Profi's a big dancer. You may have seen him at prom. He was tapping his feet every once in a while. He would get into it.
Yeah, so big thank you to that. I personally was at Urinetown. It was fantastic. The effort and everything put into that, unbelievable. Just a big shout out to all those guys.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So now let's have a little update for everybody watching. Currently, we're at $6,405 from more than 50 different donors. Big thank you to everybody so far who's tapped in, donated, supported us. Day is still young. We're going to inflate those numbers as fast as we can. Beyond exciting.
Definitely.
Reminder, the socks for $50. Supplies are super limited, so donate quick. Be sure to secure your pair.
Get your socks.
You can donate online at HolyGhostPrep.org/HolyGhostDay or on Venmo at HolyGhost. What is it? HGP 1897.
1897.
All caps.
The year Holy Ghost was founded.
Love that. Love that. Look at us.
Easy to remember.
Well, thank
Not
you.
for you, though.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you for everybody that's donated. Huge thank you. And now,
Yeah, let's kick it over to an interview with Mrs. Carmine. we're back here again with a very familiar face, Michael Montpezzi, our weatherman.
Hey!
So he's here. Obviously, Mike, you've been our weatherman since the beginning for the last couple years. So why don't you tell us how you got involved with that?
All right, well, first of all, probably one of the best things at Holy Ghost, that, for me personally, best experiences I've had just going all over. Went to the Philly Stadium, even went to Ireland, did the weather there.
Definitely.
It was awesome, but I got into it sophomore year. My friend Rob over there, he helped me get into it, and then our moderator, Profe, but it's been a blast so far.
Yeah, HGP TV is a really great experience. So if you guys are interested, underclassmen that aren't participating in HGP TV yet, and you see Rob Loper or you see Profe in the hallways, just tell them, hey, could you add me to the school group? I'm interested in helping out with the news. They'll be more than happy to help you and add you. So obviously we have our weatherman here. Why don't you give us a quick rundown for the weather today?
Yeah, so as you can see right now, it's a little gloomy out, but I'm hoping since baseball senior day, the clouds will open up. It's supposed to be a high of 83 today, so summer temperatures are definitely coming. Yesterday, a little chilly, but a beautiful day yesterday.
Yeah.
But today I'm hoping it'll clear up a little, get hot, maybe get some sunscreen, support the baseball guys.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'll be out there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but I'm excited.
Yeah, definitely. So like you said, you went to Ireland and did the
Yeah,
weather.
yeah.
Tell us about your experience in Ireland.
Oh yeah, so I went to Ireland through Holy Ghost. They offer an exchange program for a school called Blackrock College in Ireland. It's close to Dublin. So I had 2 guys come over to stay at my house, and then I stayed over at their house for a week. But it was an amazing experience. Ate a lot of good food. Learned about new cultures. Tried to practice my Irish accent, but not very good.
No, definitely
But
not.
yeah, it was an awesome experience. Yeah, this year was my second time doing it, and also my second time doing the weather there.
Oh,
So the weather's very similar to how it is now, very damp, very cloudy, a little rainy, but love Ireland. It's beautiful. I met friends for life there, and that's only experience I'd get here at HGP. Happy Holy Ghost Day.
Happy Holy Ghost Day.
Is there one memory that sticks out from the past 2 years?
Let's see, probably. That's a tough one. I want to say the Cliffs of Moher were definitely like a sight to see, because I'm used to just like grass and trees here, and then I go to Ireland and see these huge cliffs with like giant waves. I was like, what? You don't see this in Philadelphia? It's like I felt like Dorothy, like we're not in Kansas anymore, like, but we're not in Ireland, or we're not in Ben Salem anymore. But yeah, that was probably one of the good memories. There's countless.
Yeah, Ben Salem is a very beautiful place, but I'm sure Ireland just tops it barely.
Yeah, just a little bit.
So for guys that are interested in going to Ireland, how can they get involved?
Yeah, so they offer it every year. It's usually offered to juniors, but COVID kind of messed it up where they're kind of open with it now.
Yeah.
But you have to apply to go on this trip. Mr. Krosky and Mrs. Kudlow run it. Mr. Hoban ran it last year. I miss him a lot. He was a very good teacher. And then I think Mr. Whartonby's also going to help out this year. So just reach out to them. Reach out to me or any of the guys that went on the trip, and you'll hear it. Everyone that went had an amazing experience. I'm sure you guys met the Irish guys when they got here.
Yeah, the lads.
Yeah, the lads. They're very fun, very outgoing. Yeah, but it's a great trip, and anyone can do it. It's really fun.
Yeah, I remember all of your exchange students from Blackrock College came here for a few days. They were all super nice kids. They were all great guys. Obviously, Mike Montpezzi is a senior. He'll be graduating, so we will need a new weatherman, and we do need to keep the tradition alive of doing the weather in Ireland. So if you're interested in either one, just try and get involved. It's a great experience.
Yeah,
If you're the weatherman, you kind of have to go to Ireland at that point.
Yeah,
It's kind of
like a signing bonus.
Yeah.
Right? If you could do the weatherman, you get to go to Ireland. Don't quote me on that. But,
No, definitely can't quote you.
It's a fun trip.
Here at Ghost, we have multiple trips. We have obviously the Irish trip, the Dominican Republic trip, Spain, West Virginia, Italy.
Yeah.
Ton of different service opportunities to go around.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, speaking of the Dominican trip, I know Dean, you went on that trip. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, just like the Ireland trip, it was another service trip to the Dominican. We flew into the capital, Santo Domingo, and then took like a 6-hour bus ride. It sounds brutal. Maybe the most fun I've ever had in my life. No AC, just vibes. Best time ever.
Yeah.
Got into the mountains, little place called San Juan de la Maguana. It was the best. I went with Mr. Heston, Mr. Profi, Mr. Perez. Most fun I've ever had in my life. I would kill to go back. The food was incredible. People were the nicest people I've ever met. It was amazing. It was great.
How'd you learn any Spanish?
I feel like
poco.
Un poco. Así es, sí. We had students here, Mike Holt, Juan, and then teachers. We had Jorge the chef. We had Mr. Perez, who were fluent in Spanish. So
That's a big help.
I tried my best to
That is
learn,
a big
but
help.
we didn't need it. We had the translators with us. It was great.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
You asked Malpezzi one special memory. What's memory you had about that trip?
Yeah.
I remember we were just out hiking one day, and there was this big pond, big lake, and where there were these kids, these locals, just cliff jumping, diving off of there.
Oh, that's amazing.
And I know Mr. Hester was like, oh, don't do it, but me, Jeremiah, a couple of other guys, just maybe like a 20-foot drop. It was the best. Jorge did it too. Unbelievable.
That's
great
awesome.
time.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. I'm a little jealous.
It was the best.
Of
Yeah.
course, I do respect Mr. Heston keeping you guys safe. But come on, Mr. Heston. Obviously, if you see
Come
a
on,
giant cliff in a pool of water, you're gonna jump in.
They were like, oh, a key, and we had to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Malpezzi, for joining us and
Yes,
giving us
thank
a
you,
little
thank
update
you,
on the
thank you.
weather.
Thank you, big man.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
But I think we have something else next. Another one of the inaugural teams, Mr. Mike Holt, transitioning into pathway interviews. So let's hear it from Mike.
Welcome to HGP Day. My name is Mike Holt. I'm with Jacob Tuza.
Let's hop right into this.
Let's go, baby. Locker room interviews right now. Yo, you want to get an interview? Okay. Push-ups by Drake or Euphoria by Kendrick?
Push-ups by Drake.
What? Why?
Because I love Drake.
Okay. Drake. I already know what Joey Diamante's going to say, so I'm not even going to ask him. Drake, what about you? Push-ups or Euphoria?
I only listen to a little bit of Euphoria, but I'll probably get a Drake.
I'm not even going to ask you because I know what you're going to say. Push-ups by Drake or Euphoria by Kendrick?
I like Drake better, but I think Kendrick won with Euphoria.
Actually, there you go. All right, I wasn't expecting that. Thank you, Joe.
You're welcome, but Drake's obviously better. But Kendrick.
Oh my God. It's a quick question though. It's quick, right? Push-ups by Drake or Euphoria by Kendrick?
Push-ups by Drake.
Push-ups by Drake.
Push-ups by Drake.
Bro, everybody loves Drake around here. All right, thanks, guys.
What's up, Barnes? Push-ups by Drake or Euphoria by Kendrick?
Push-ups by Drake.
Push-ups.
Push-ups.
Push-ups. I feel like he's like Metro's, you know, he's like actually dissing. Like Kendrick just like way he walked. It's not valid. Like Euphoria's good. I don't know. He's giving me nerve I think this. Ooh. I heard it was 19 minutes. Like down. Talk about someone else who doesn't stop. Dylan McManus. Push-ups or Euphoria?
You know, I gotta go Drake.
Why?
Drake is just better.
No, but like the actual songs.
Oh, push-ups? I don't know, just like the vibe is better.
Okay.
It's gotta be push-ups.
Why?
The diss is better. He dissed Kendrick better than Kendrick dissed him on the song.
Really? The apples here are so good.
Come over here. Let's get the trash can out of here. Make it look a little bit nicer in here. All right, Brady. Big question. Push-ups by Drake or Euphoria by Kendrick?
I've been loving push-ups lately, so I'd say push-ups.
Are you a bigger Drake or Kendrick guy, though?
Drake.
So you Drake all the way?
Yeah.
I love this guy.
I do like
love this
that.
guy.
Like that is good though. Like that is better than push-ups.
McCarthy and McCall. Push-ups by Drake or Euphoria by Kendrick?
I don't know. Push-ups is pretty fire, but I'll go Euphoria because I'm on Kendrick.
Gallo. Push-ups by Drake or Euphoria by Kendrick?
Euphoria by Kendrick.
Embarrassing.
Euphoria.
Ooh, that's 4 in a row. Let's head over here. Dom, push-ups by Drake or Euphoria by Kendrick?
No comment, bro.
No comment. That's the first no comment. All right, who do you like better, Drake or Kendrick?
I think Kendrick's like more talented, but I prefer probably listening to Drake more, to be honest. But they're both great.
Push-ups by Drake or Euphoria by Kendrick?
I gotta go with Champagne Poppy, man.
Why?
He's the GOAT. Yo. He called him out by name. He's not sneak dissing.
Oh, yo. Bro, let me tell you. Come on, man. All right, hold on.
Yo, what's up? What's up? Yo, Bob, what up, bro? What up? Yo, Push-Ups by Drake or Euphoria by Kendrick?
What was the first one?
Push-Ups by Drake or Euphoria by Kendrick?
All right, Push-Ups by Drake.
Why?
Is
it Joey Amati?
No, because I like Drake.
All right. That guy loves Drake. If you take a close look at that guy, he loves Drake.
I do. I did go to his concert.
I love Drake. He was bad in concert. Dwizzy Drake. Champagne Puppy. All right, sorry.
Hello, everybody. My name is Brady Stout, and I'm here with Mrs. Carmine, who has been teaching here at Holy Ghost Prep for the past 27 years and is finally retiring.
Finally.
Yeah, it's been a long 27 years. So, first off, just a couple of questions. What classes have you taught over this past 27 years?
I've taught almost every class, so it'd probably be easier to tell you the classes I did not teach. I did not teach AP Stat, but I have taught the regular Stat class, and I did not teach Geometry Honors. Otherwise, I've taught everything from Algebra 1 up to what I'm currently teaching, which is Calc BC.
So you've done it all?
Pretty much, yeah.
How's that workload? It been a lot of work? Stressful?
No, it really has not been stressful. I love math. I love teaching math. I love all levels of math. So, no, it's not really stressful.
Awesome. Next, do you have any key memories that you've had here at Holy Ghost?
I do. I think probably one key memory was when my son was here. So I taught my son here at Holy Ghost. I actually taught him in Calc class. So he, he wasn't the best student. And I think I had a parent-teacher conference every day, particularly with Dr. Tomshaw's class. I kind of have those memories. But I kind of pranked him when he was a senior, so that was like a really funny memory. Yeah. I had, at the time, the Dean of Studies at the time, I had him tell my son that he needed to take a religion course over the summer of his senior year because he didn't have enough credits. And he believed it. And by lunchtime, almost every senior was running up to me saying, Mrs. Carmine, your son's not graduating? What's happening? Even the teachers were asking me, are you kidding me? Your son has to take a religion course? What happened? So I finally told him when he came into class, and the relief on his face was just crazy. But it kind of made up for 4 years of parent-teacher conferences every day.
Yeah. Definitely. That sounds hilarious. And then next, do you have any plans for retirement? Any big plans?
Travel. I have 4 trips coming up that I've already planned on. So we're going overseas for 3 of those trips, and we'll be in the U.S. for 1 trip. The first trip coming up will be to Dallas for a couple nights. I want to see the JFK, memorial.
Right.
I've always wanted to do that, so I'm going to do that. And then from there, we go to Palm Springs, California for a week of relaxation. And then I'll be at my daughter's, who lives in Bend, Oregon. So I do want to spend more time with my daughter in Bend, Oregon. So that's really what's kind of prompted me to retire. I might have stayed a couple more years, but it's hard only seeing her like twice a year, and I can only do it in the summer and maybe on holidays. So that kind of prompted me to retire now when I am.
Yeah, that's awesome. So it seems you and Mr. Carmine definitely love to travel.
We do.
In case you guys didn't know, over the summer going into this year, we actually traveled to Spain. I was able to meet Mr. Carmine. It was just an awesome trip. Definitely like a lot of memories.
Yes,
So we're definitely going to miss you.
Thank you.
We got you
Thank
just
you.
a little gift.
Oh, thanks so much.
Right here. Some flowers.
Oh, thank you.
So thank you so much for all you've done for Holy Ghost Prep.
All right.
We really do appreciate it. Now,
you.
we're going to throw things to Michael Holt for pathway interviews.
We're good.
The myth, the legend himself.
Wow, there we
Mr.
go.
Burke.
I'm happy to be here. Happy Holy Ghost Day, everyone. Look, I made my donation this morning. Got these socks. They're pretty nice.
I think they're
I like
great.
them.
They're
Yeah.
like world's greatest socks.
I agree.
Everybody go get a pair as fast
I
as
agree.
you can.
Sock game needs to be on point. That's important.
Thank you so much for being up here with us, taking time out of your busy schedule.
Yeah, I gotta say, to follow Mrs. Carmine, Willow, Nurse Bushik, and our weatherman Malpezzi, that's not a good 4 people to follow anywhere.
It's
so.
a tough act to follow.
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
I mean, you're the man around here. I have faith in you.
Let's jump in.
Well, as you know, 6ABC covered our medical institute.
Sure.
Could you talk on that a little bit?
Sure. So the concept of institutes is something we've been working on for a few years, and we were excited this year to start the Medical Institute. There was actually another institute that started this year, which was the engineering, but it only had one student that was at that level that could enroll. So it was a nice kind of test for us to see how that's going to work. So we do have 2 institutes in play, but our medical institute's been the one that's most popular. A shout out first and very importantly to Dr. Biddy. Dr. Biddy's a graduate of Holy Ghost Prep, and he's also a dean at PCOM. So we've been able to partner with the Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine. That partnership allows us to send students there once each semester. So any students enrolled in our AP Bio or our Anatomy and Physiology classes shadow Dr. Biddy twice, once each semester, and the boys come back and, man, the stories they share about their experience are transformational. So it's an awesome thing.
Yeah, I talked to Andrew Morgan, a senior, about it. He said he had the time of his life, and he actually learned so much by just going, seeing it, being with the professionals. Yeah. It's a huge, huge deal.
You know, some people say like, oh, like a major in college. And no, not like a major in college. You guys are high school students, right? We shouldn't pigeonhole you too much at this point. But what it does is allows you to see firsthand what a medical professional would be like. And I always joke, I said, you guys either come back with 1 or 2 conclusions. That's awesome, and I want to do it more, like, you know, you're going into pre-med yourself, which maybe we could talk about that in a second. Or they come back and they go, I don't like the sight of blood, and that's not for me. And I think both of those conclusions are helpful to planning your future. So.
I think that's 100% the point of being here, trying new things, seeing what you're interested in, seeing what you want to do.
Let's talk about your plans. You're going to the University of Tennessee, right?
I'm going down south, Tennessee,
okay.
volunteer.
And you're going to be majoring in pre-med?
That's the plan right now. I'm starting in pre-med. We'll see how it goes. But
That's
I'm
exciting.
super beyond excited.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that sets Holy Ghost Prep graduates apart in the world of sciences is the technology we have in our classrooms. So one of the things that we added with the Medical Institute is an anatomotage table. It's a dissection table, a virtual dissection table that I won't even speak too much about it. You have to see Mrs. Bruno. She'll tell you everything you need to know. It overwhelms me with all the things it can do, and it's an impressive tool to put in the hands of teenagers so that they can learn more about, you know, the medical field.
I've been on college tours where I've seen like colleges with the same technology as us, and when I've said we've had that, they were blown away that we actually had one on our own campus.
Yeah,
it's a huge step
awesome.
up.
Yeah, for sure.
But the word around town is, in addition to the Medical Institute, are we bringing new ones in next year?
Sure, we're looking at a few opportunities. We believe next year we'll have our Business Institute partnerships in place. The Business Institute's going to be very different from the Medical Institute. The Business Institute's going to look at networking and try to expose students to many different types of business careers. You know, and obviously in the medical career there's a lot of different types, but you know, I think in the business world, from one of the things our graduates don't fully understand, and we're working to make sure you do, is that there's a big difference between finance and economics. You know, I know some of our boys take an econ class and they go, wait, I thought that's not what I thought it was. Well, that's a good thing, right? You should learn what econ is, learn what finance is, marketing, accounting. So through the Business Institute, any student enrolled in a business class here, and we've expanded our business curriculum, now we're gonna offer AP econ, marketing, finance, and I believe accounting coming soon. So we'll have as many as we can so that you can see what each one, and you know, accountants and accounting is very, very different from economics. And our boys should leave here understanding the difference between the two and all of them.
Yeah.
So
I know another senior here who was set. He was going to college for pharmacy, beyond excited, took econ, beyond interested in it, super excited, switched up, now he's doing business in college.
yeah, I mean, it's you gotta get young students, teenage boys exposed to the various opportunities that are out there. And I think that's what the Institute does. Another opportunity we're looking at is like an artificial intelligence institute. We're also looking at a legal institute, so that, you know, there's just a lot of opportunities. And I think Holy Ghost Prep, since its beginning, has been a school that offers opportunities to allow young men to utilize their unique gifts, you know, to make the world a better place.
I think
to be grand, I'll say it that way.
To be gentlemen.
Yes,
Good people
yes,
in the real
for
world.
sure, for sure.
I think that's half the importance of it, getting a feel, getting the real world view of what you think you might want to do in the future.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Can I give a little shout out to like HGP TV?
Of Of course.
You guys
Always
do
that.
an awesome job, and I know there's a lot of guys behind the screen over there that share news with the school. But I think more importantly, like, you guys build school spirit. And a second shout out to the class of 2024. You guys were awesome this year. To your student leaders, to HGP TV, it's been an amazing year, and to kind of culminate it with the Holy Ghost Day, and then the graduation ceremonies and the celebrations of the class of 2024. I'm excited about.
It's bittersweet. I'm sad to leave here. I'm excited for my next chapter, but I'm super sad. Every day I come in and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna miss this. I'm gonna miss that. There's all these things that I'm gonna never
For
forget.
sure. And I think the thing you're probably going to miss the most is our teachers.
Definitely.
You know, I don't think you're going to find a space or a place that has so many dedicated people, our faculty, our staff, to helping you. So it's just an amazing place, and you got to leave the nest at some point. So after your 4 years, it's time to go. But with that said, Holy Ghost Prep will be with you, and obviously it's lifelong lessons that you've learned. So I wish the class of 2024 a lot of success.
Thank you. As you said, I just want to make one more, I think, very important shout out. The college guidance staff. Mr. Dembick, Mrs. Opdyke, and Mrs. Rhett have helped beyond what anybody expected from them. They've called, they've sent emails, they've bugged every college everybody's tried to get into.
Yeah.
They're super special.
You can't say enough nice things about that department. Mrs. Opdyke, Mr. Dembick, Mrs. Retteneller. That is a unbelievable amount of experience and an unbelievable amount of knowledge that's in one department, and it benefits our students to make the most difficult decision that they're going to make at the end of their high school career about where they're going to spend their time after that. And to have those three people, it's a gift for us, and we're blessed to have them.
They're super special. Three of my favorite people on campus, and I'm really going to miss them once I leave.
Well, come back and visit, Dean. You sound like you're never coming back. Like, come on.
I got my little brother here. I'll be here. I'll be around here.
Listen, come back, visit, and I'm sure Chef Jorge will make you a great lunch when you come back and visit.
Love that man. He's the man.
Another great crew. We're a very lucky community.
There's so many people I feel like you got to shout out during the day.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I know we talked about the Institute. We talked about everything around campus.
Yep.
Big thank you.
No problem. I enjoy being on here, and you guys do a great job.
Thank you so much. Now we're going to send it over to another video highlighting Ghost.
So stethoscope goes in your ears like this. I knew I wanted to be a physician. I wasn't exactly sure what type of physician I wanted to be. And you hear the thump, thump. And when I applied to medical schools, PCOM was nice enough to accept me. And you should be able to hear the lung going. My name's Peter Biddy. I am a family medicine physician, and I am the Dean and Chief Academic Officer here at the Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine. If you take your two fingers and put it right here, tap, 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 tap.
This is super cool.
I'm a graduate of Holy Ghost Preparatory School, or Holy Ghost Prep. When I was working here at PCOM, I was contacted by Mr. Garrison at Holy Ghost Prep, and they were talking about doing a medical institute, and they were wondering if I was willing to be involved with, aiding in it. Yeah, so this would be for either IVs or venipuncture. And we talked about having some students come and shadow me with my real day-to-day patients. I could show them things in our simulation center. I'll give them some other interactions in our medical field. And I thought this would be an amazing opportunity that I wish I had when I was a student.
Is that the eardrum?
Yeah, you're looking at an eardrum. We started it this year. It's been the first year, and you kind of get to see the whole continuum of how education goes, as well as where you can go throughout the many areas of the healthcare field.
Oh, wow.
See, like now it's all red.
Totally different.
Yeah.
You can only learn so much in the classroom, but here it's awesome because all the words and definitions that you've written down in your notebook, you get to see in action here, and you just get to hear it. My dream job is to be a strength and conditioning coach for a hockey team, and then eventually open up my own place so I can work with athletes all the time and just develop those relationships.
Like you're measuring your pulse and it feels like ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Even my first day, I was so nervous here. And like Dr. Biddy was so nice to me, and he talked me around, he was patient, and it was great.
There's many ways to be members of the healthcare team.
I'm thinking of becoming a psychiatrist, but just being able to help people, talk them through their problems would allow me to save a lot of people in terms of mental health, make them get better, and hopefully live their best lives.
I want them just to be happy and find where they fit. But I think the most wonderful thing I could do would be to show them or inspire them to maybe be an osteopathic physician in the future. So you want to try? And hey, if you want to do that through PCOM, even better. But frankly, I just want to make more osteopathic physicians and frankly, more family medicine physicians.
What's going on, everyone? I'm here with Thomas Kohler, a senior here at Holy Ghost, who's involved with engineering. Engineering is one of the coolest classes we have here at Ghost. So, Tom, why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
So here at Ghost, we have engineering 1, 2, 3, 4, and a senior engineering class. Each one does something completely different from one another. Engineering 1, you're learning just the materials and the basics behind it. Engineering 2, you're learning the software behind AutoCAD and how to design your invention online. Engineering 3, you're putting those two things together, and with a group of friends, you're going to create something. And then in Engineering 4, which is new this year, you have a process where you're doing all that, plus you're trying to market and sell whatever product you're creating. Senior engineering, meanwhile, is a fun half-year elective for seniors to just have a blast and get a grade for it.
Yeah, so obviously, like Tom said, there's 4 different engineering classes. You start as a freshman, and you can take them all the way up to a senior. What's been your favorite class you've taken in the engineering program?
Considering they all grow off one another, I'd have to say Engineering 4.
Yep.
It's a blast being able to use what I've learned here and what I've learned outside of Ghost to market a product and manufacture one.
So like you said, you have to market and manufacture a product in Engineering 4. What are you working on right now?
Currently, I am working on the mass production stages of a Holy Ghost coaster. The purpose is just to learn what can go wrong and how to fix what can go wrong in the mass production stages.
So obviously that's really cool. Holy Ghost coasters, I would think about selling those. That's very nice. Think about mass producing and selling those. Make some coin off of that. Yeah.
We're in the process of mass producing. We have 5 sets already created with an additional probably 15 sets in the works.
That's amazing. That's a really cool coaster, Tom. So obviously we have Mr. Bushik. He's the brains behind the whole engineering program. Why don't you give a little insight into what Mr. Bushik does for the program?
Mr. Bushik is pretty much the mad scientist of the engineering program. He is constantly in the lab doing either fixing a machine, working with students as to how to get their dream alive, or more common than not, he's working on his computer figuring out what went wrong with something. And it's been something this year because he's had almost no time. He's got 1 free in his schedule, and he's teaching 7 classes. While most teachers here at Ghost teach only 5 classes. Yeah. I think he's got something like 100 students.
Yeah, Mr. Bushik is one of if not the most important piece to the engineering program. He loves what he does. There's always a smile on his face. He's got one of the best mustaches I've ever seen. Really fits the mad scientist title that Tom just gave him. I don't know, some of you may have seen, there's been some go-karts going around here. So we have a video, we're gonna send it with Mr. Bushik and some go-kart races right now.
Hey, today our guys are working on making some go-karts. Behind me, they're rebuilding their go-kart from scratch. And outside right now, they're painting their go-kart because they're finalized their design. Later on, they'll be racing these things for time and trying to improve their times over the semester.
So we're live in the courtyard today. We're doing some go-kart racing. What's up, guys? How's it going?
Pretty good. Pretty
So,
good.
what you guys built today?
We took a design that Mr. Bushik gave us. We altered it a lot, so we made the front tiles closer together, added some foot stops, you know, all that jazz, just trying to make it go a little faster, you know, trying to get the best time.
How long did something like this take? The whole second semester? So then you finally here last week, school pretty much.
Final times, kind of final operations.
What does this do? What's all this do?
So this one is for there's a cube and 2 spheres on the track that you got to pick up while you're driving, or you know your time doesn't count. So this is for the cubes and this is for the see here.
And you can't pick them up with your hands.
You have to use these. You got to keep them with you the whole time. You can drop these off.
What you guys learned from going somewhere like this?
Say teamwork. Teamwork.
Yeah, you know, we learned to like use people to their bigger strengths because certain people weren't as good as other people at certain things. So, you know, we put people on what they did best, and you know, got them way more efficient and we learned who could do what.
How do you guys feel? You guys winning this competition?
I think so. Yeah, that's light.
Feel good. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. So now that we've actually went and did the competition, how do you guys feel you performed?
We've had better performances, but you know, honestly, for a final time, we went pretty fast. We got all 3, which is really important. So,
I think Mr. Bushwick helped you guys out a lot.
yeah, genuinely, like the advice that he gave us, and he let us kind of go on our own path, but kept us like kind of make sure we don't go too off track.
If you were to do it again, what would you do differently?
That's a good question. I'd say maybe start with a different like approach to how we organized ourselves as a group, because we kind of just split people up into where they wanted to go, not where they like would perform best. So I say different organization.
Thank you guys. I really appreciate all of you. Thank you.
Okay, so today I'm here with HGP TV member and future Travis Manion Club member, Brady Stout. He's going to tell us a little bit about the Travis Manion Club.
Yeah, so next introduction. I will be the president next year for the Travis Manion Foundation Club here at Holy Ghost Prep. Basically, just a little bit of history. We're based and intertwined with the Travis Manion Foundation. And Travis Manion was a ex-Marine who died in battle. So that this whole foundation is centered around raising money to support veteran families and just help the community at large. And we've been trying to do a lot this year with fundraisers, having these workouts where we raise a bunch of money, and just different types of just fun activities that we can do to get people involved and also build character in the classroom and outside the classroom. We want to make sure that the members of our club turn out to be leaders, good influences amongst all their friends, and just drive others to succeed.
That's amazing, Brady. Can you tell us a little bit about the upcoming dodgeball tournament for the Travis Manion Club?
Yeah, definitely. So this year, we're going to do a dodgeball tournament at Holy Ghost, working with Nazareth, as they have a Travis Manion Club there as well. It's going to be a 6-on-6 tournament on May 15th, Wednesday. So just next week. It's going to take place in the Holt Center, and it's going to be $30 per team, so $5 per player. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's our first time doing this, so we're going to see how it goes. Hopefully we can keep it going for the future. Hope this can stay long-lasting, not be a one-time thing. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully we can raise a lot of money, get a lot of people involved, because the plans that we have for the future for this club are definitely big, right? We don't want just some little club that's going to do, not too much, just kind of just be there. This isn't just for college credit or to build a resume. This is so that we can actually build the character of students at Holy Ghost and build kind of a legacy and a strong bond between the foundation and our school. So yeah, make sure you guys contact me, fill in the form, make a team. It's going to be a lot of fun, and also it's going to a great cause. So make sure you guys just show out and have fun.
Thank you, Brady. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the Travis Manion Club events in the past?
Yeah, in the past we've done these workouts where we host them on the weekends. We have people come out. The rowing team on the last one, they all showed out as they used it as a practice, raised a good amount of money, and it consisted of a big run. I think it was 2 miles, and then a lot of pull-ups, push-ups, squats, and then finish up with another run. And I was injured from a soccer game the day before, so I luckily wasn't able to do it because everybody there was just dying. It was such an awesome workout. Everybody was beat. It was great. It was a great workout, great turnout, raised a lot of money, and then we just do stuff like that in general. You can definitely keep up with that on the Travis Manion official Instagram page. We also had a speaker earlier this year who was able to come and talk to us about being leaders, about involving the message of Travis Manion in our everyday lives, how we can ultimately affect those around us. And it was awesome. It was just, you kind of just got to be there. You got to see what these guys are all about. And it's definitely changed how I act on my daily life, just standing up and it's that saying, if not me, then who? So even if it's little, you maybe think it's I don't know, in a battle, who's going to step into the battlefield, right? But really it's just little things, who's going to sit in the front of the classroom, right? Yeah. Who's going to raise their hand? Who's going to go to this workout? Who's going to try just a little bit harder than everybody else? So I definitely take that as a good advice every day.
Thank you, Brady. We're going to send it over to the hockey video now.
very special guest, Mr. Conlon. How you doing today?
Not that special.
You are to me. You are to me.
I'm doing great, Michael. Thank you.
Yeah, well, thank you for joining us. For those of you that do not know, Mr. Conlon is our athletic director here at Holy Ghost. And speaking of athletics, can you talk a little bit about how spring sports are doing this year?
Absolutely. But before we get into that, I wanted to discuss a situation we had the other night on campus.
A situation?
Yeah. After lacrosse practice, Mr. Malpezzi comes out of the locker room, just a tank top on, scaring all his teammates, everyone on campus. I thought the WWE was back in town, and I thought The Rock had returned.
Hey, I've been working in the gym. I want to show off the muscles, but that's very funny. But we want to hear about some spring sports.
It certainly was the gun show, but well done. Spring sports are going really well. I think all 6 of our sports right now have qualified in part for district playoffs.
Yeah.
I know our outdoor track and field team is going to be going out to Coatesville soon for districts.
Yeah.
I know the rowing team had a great showing last weekend at the city championships. Their eventual goals are to go to nationals in Sarasota, Florida, and then someday our dreams and goals for rowing are to get over to England for the Henley.
Yeah, that's very impressive.
Our lacrosse program right now is qualifying for District 1 playoffs, which I think will take place next week on the 15th, and then baseball as well is going to qualify as well for district playoffs.
Yeah.
So we have high expectations, high hopes for all of our spring sports, and they're doing very well.
Yeah, we love to see it, especially as a community. Everyone likes to come out to the games, especially those playoff games. They can get pretty hype, pretty exciting. But yeah, it's great to see it. I know my friend Papa Kojo is just a qualifier for, I think, the 800 in track. So a little shout out to Papa Kojo. He's doing really well.
The track and field program, we just had senior night, and they have 3 seniors that are some of the finest, not only track athletes, but they're great students in the classroom. They're going on to hopefully participate in college. They're studs in the classroom, also in the hallway.
Yeah.
They're just great kids all
Yeah, they're
around.
great guys. I have the pleasure to go to class with them every day. They're some great guys, those track guys. But speaking of spring sports, a little birdie told me that we're introducing a new spring sport, volleyball. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
We are excited about introducing a new spring sport, boys volleyball. We're always looking for new opportunities to get more of our young men involved, and that's what we're all about. We've tried rugby a couple years ago where we did some clinics. Everybody said they were into it, and then when it came down to the clinics, we had maybe 6, 7 kids.
Yeah.
It wasn't enough to run 11s, but this spring we're running 4 volleyball clinics that the coach of Nazareth, who coaches the girls in the fall, has been kind enough to join us to help us run clinics this spring. And we've had a series of 4 clinics. The next 2 are coming up this weekend, and then the last one will be next weekend. And then our goal is to eventually next spring bring in a brand new program here to HGP, which will be boys volleyball.
Yeah, I wish that was here when I was here. I bet you do too, because being 6'6" yourself, you would be a monster on the net. But yeah, it seems very exciting. I know a lot of the guys are excited about it.
I think it would be a great opportunity for a lot of our fall and winter athletes to get out on the court, to get involved, to do more for our school, for HGP.
Yeah.
It's a great sport to watch. If you ever see it in the Olympics or you see it at the college level, men and women, it's an amazing game to watch.
Yeah.
And we're super excited about it, and we're always open about pursuing other opportunities. And again, the goal is to get more and more kids involved.
Yeah, I play it down the shore all the time. I love it with my family. It's a great game. But thank you so much. Thanks for stopping by. Now we're passing it on to a cool alum on the West Coast, Mr. Randy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Rob Loper. I'm the current director of HGP TV and also co-founder, and I'm really excited to interview Rand Geiger, producer on Netflix and of the hit Stranger Things. Rand, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, my name is Rand, class of 02 at Holy Ghost, and excited to hear you guys have this program up and running.
So in one word, could you describe your HGP experience?
Sure, I think adventurous is the word that I would use. Yeah, I think it was being able to do forensics, which I got into sophomore year, travel around the country, learn from the best and compete against the top kids from all different parts of the country. And then the Nicaragua Service Project.
How was your shift once you left Ghost into college where you started working, and I'm guessing a lot of this production?
Yeah, I felt very prepared. Academically, I think Ghost was more of a challenge for me than college was. Coming out to LA, working for a director, writing notes for him on scripts, having the background and the writing background that I had from Ghost proved to be invaluable.
Yeah, I mean, that's huge. I'm hoping that's how it is for me with the academic standpoint. But are you still in contact with some of your HGP classmates or anything like that?
Yes, I am on, it started as group text chains, then it was group me, now it's WhatsApp. So we have a chain with 8 to 10 Holy Ghost guys.
Yeah, that's awesome. So now we're going to get into some of your career stuff, the exciting stuff. So can you tell us a little bit about how you got involved at Netflix? And tell us a little bit about all of that.
I'm an independent producer, but I do have a deal with Netflix. As they have projects come up, they talk with me, I check in with them to understand what's going on. And by the time I started working at Netflix, they were in their infancy. I didn't walk into a situation where they went, this is exactly how we do it. I walked into a situation where they said, okay, help us understand how we can make cinematic TV. And that was really cool.
So I listed a few of your projects, Night at the Museum, obviously Stranger Things. Could you tell us what was like one of your favorite or most meaningful to work on?
Real Steel was very special to me because it came along at a time where I had been working with this director for about 4 or 5 years. I had a great relationship with him, Sean Levy. I was on the first phone call that Sean Levy had with Stacy Snyder, who used to run DreamWorks for Steven Spielberg, and she was pitching Sean the movie of Real Steel. And so to hear that and then also be there at the premiere. So that movie meant a lot to me for all those reasons. And then to do the first season of Stranger Things. Like I said, to step into it with Netflix and have them say, help us figure out how we're going to do this was really cool. And to work with the Duffers, they make the best stuff.
Can you tell us a little bit about what a day in the life looks like for you?
For me, it's really the different phases of a production. That's where my day-to-day changes quite a bit. My day, depending on what phase of production we're in, looks very different. It's up to me to make sure that the filmmakers in the studio are both happy with what they're doing and what they're getting.
Yeah, it's comforting for you to say that it's kind of chaos and unpredictable, because that's how it is a lot of times for us. Mrs. Gear always tells me over there to roll the punches, which I try my best to do. But aside from that, is there any stories or funny stories, anything like that, that you want to share from on set of any of your projects?
Funny on Stranger Things. I mean, we've had some good bloopers over the years. Stranger Things, I will say, season 1, it's set in the 80s. This is 1983 is the first season. And it's meant to feel like an Amblin movie. Amblin is Steven Spielberg's production company. The thought was, we're not going to have a lot of visual effects. We're going to do a lot of practical effects. And so that first season, we had a suit built where a guy operated a Demogorgon suit. And we had a physical panel on a wall that was supposed to be kind of a gateway through from our world to the Upside Down. I mean, funny stuff on that show. I was at the table read in season 1 and getting to see Gaten Matarazzo, who plays Dustin, read in the script that the Demogorgon was eating a deer, that Nancy spots a Demogorgon eating a deer. I believe it's the end of the 5th episode. And just as an 11, 12-year-old boy, losing his mind at that was terrific and a memory I'll never forget. It's been really fun getting to see this cast grow and specifically Gaten in that way.
One of the favorite parts that I like creating the cinematic shots, the shots that like make you feel. Although sometimes I get yelled at because there's some videos that we don't need to be cinematic when we're just doing advertising for the school. But regardless, I have fun with it. So thank you for that. Thank you for coming on with us today.
Yeah, my pleasure.
I truly love seeing Rand no matter what it is, whether it's at a forensics reunion or on video like this, but Rand was a year ahead of me in forensics and at Ghost, and he would always be training me, quote unquote, in, how would he say, the right way to get your protein. Like, he was a big advocate for meat. And he was a great competitor too. I always loved watching him perform.
So that's it with that. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
So now we're going to talk about the forensics program here at Holy Ghost. You are the head coach, correct?
Correct, yeah. It's me and Mrs. Kohler are the coaches that are on staff at Ghost.
Awesome. So our alumni just want to know, how's the forensics program doing right now?
The forensics program is doing really well. I mean, after COVID, it was really tough because it's such a detail-oriented competition that it took us a little bit of time to get back into the groove of things, but now we've got 4 guys going to nationals, actually 4 guys going to 2 different nationals, and a huge underclassmen team as well. So we're really excited and spending the summer finding scripts and writing speeches so that they're ready in September to kick it off and just start competing.
Any specific names you want to call out? Any previous success?
Yeah, man, I would. The 2 guys that we're going to see later on, Connor Kohler and Sean Bodewig, they're going to nationals in duo performance with the duo that we're going to see. But Marcel Chapatier and Sean Sharkey are also going to nationals. We have such a great team, and a lot of it is culture as well, not just competition. We always strive for excellence, whether that's in a round or in the preparation. And we have guys like Brendan Bittman, Kevin Rodriguez. I know I'm forgetting people, and I hate that, but like Thomas Kohler is behind the scenes. They do things that no one knows about that makes the competition life a little easier.
Right, definitely. And personally, I do Model UN,
Yeah.
which is kind of the same thing, this whole speech and debate process going on. So it's definitely seen a rise in the past couple of years with popularity and success, going to these big-name colleges, winning all these awards. So it's awesome to see. And how would you suggest that freshmen, incoming students, maybe coming in next year, a couple years after that, how do they get involved with a club like this?
Well, it's great because there's no late time to get involved. You can get involved at any stage of your high school career. I mean, the earlier you get involved, the stronger you're going to become. So if you wanted to join as a freshman, everybody might tell you, oh, find your footing first, and then join clubs and activities and teams. But really, just go for it. If you join the team and you are somebody who's committed to it, we're going to help you. So as a freshman, me and Mrs. Kohler, we find pieces or speeches for the freshmen to do, and then as you get older, you get more and more independent. And the nice part is we are a family first. So if somebody is struggling in class, we make sure we help them. And it's great. It's a huge part of our culture on the team. But yeah, you can join whenever. It's always open, even during the school year. Like, most people will join in September, but if you wanted to join in January, there are still tournaments. The season goes from September to June.
Right. So personally, I just like to say I joined Model UN as a junior, an upperclassman. Because at first, I didn't think, I was like, maybe this isn't my thing. I'm a soccer player. I like to lift weights, stuff like that. Something like Model UN or speech and debate just didn't seem in my criteria. Right. So I'd say to everybody else who's maybe younger or coming to Holy Ghost soon, don't feel pressured that you can't join a team like this or that you're maybe not smart enough, because that's what a lot of people think. So just make sure you just dip your toes a little bit. Yeah. Look into all these other possibilities. It's an awesome opportunity. It's definitely made me feel like I'm a lot smarter, and it can definitely help with everybody in their future. So thank you so much for joining us.
It's been great.
Appreciate it. We're just going to hand it off to Jake Tuza, who is now with 2 forensics people, Connor Kohler and Sean Bodewig, who will be doing their duo performance for us live.
Thanks.
So, I am here with junior Connor Kohler and sophomore Sean Bodewig. What is the name of your piece, guys?
The internship.
Okay, well, these guys are the experts. I'm here to pass it off to them, and they're going to let you guys know what's going on.
Thank you. You got this, Sean.
All right.
An old man turns 98, won the lottery, and died the next day.
Why is this shit on the Get Psyched mix?
If I don't throw you a curveball, you get bored, and the mix loses the intended effect.
I want to get revved up, and this song isn't doing it.
I defy you to crush this chorus and not get psyched!
Won't happen.
Don't you think? It's like rain on your wedding day, a free ride when you've already paid. It's good advice. Help me out here. That you just didn't take, and who would have thought it figures?
Classic Alanis. Oh, wait, hang on. Hello? You closed the company?
Everything's computerized now. It's cheaper for a machine to tell companies what to order than a manufacturer's rep.
People have a deep mistrust of machines. Have you seen Terminator? Or 2, or 3, or 4? People want to deal with people, not Terminator.
People hate people! Times have changed.
That's so negative.
Listen, you two are great salesmen, but at the end of the day, you're grinders. Face it, where you're going, you've already been.
What are we going to do?
I don't know. But I do know one thing. It's like rain!
Nick?
And Billy's chance for having a purpose to their lives is tripping down the drain.
Until a new internship opportunity arises.
At the best place to work ever. Disney World!
No. Google, right.
Google! Watch how this dynamic duo uses friendship, teamwork, and perseverance
to achieve their dreams in
The Internship by David Stern
and Vince Vaughn.
Hey, Nick, come here for a minute.
What do you want?
I've seen the future, and it is beautiful for us.
Can we talk about this later?
No, the future doesn't know later.
What? All the future is later.
Google. The place is amazing. It's ranked as the greatest place to work at in America.
It's a technology company. A field you know jack squat about.
Look, Google needs us. And Google wants us too.
You son of a bitch. You got us jobs at Google?
Well, it's not actually a job.
What do you mean?
Well, it's an internship that has a better than not chance of materializing into a job.
Now you're just making me angry.
Aren't you tired of asking for just enough to get by?
Yes.
I want to do something that matters. I want to have a life that I'm excited about. Nick, I want us to get these jobs at Google. It may be the last chance that we've got.
Billy, buddy,
Yeah?
this isn't going to be about getting coffee and running errands. It's a mental Hunger Games against a bunch of genius kids for a handful of jobs.
Yeah, so we nail it. Come on.
Okay, let's do it.
A free ride when you've already paid.
My name is Roger Tetty. I am head of the Google Intern Program. Your intelligence and achievement is well noted. But to excel at this internship, you're going to need something more. You're going to need Googliness. Googliness! The intangible stuff that makes a search engine into an engine for change. Now, today marks the first of several challenges where your team shall show its merits. Someone has reported a bug that has disabled their audio. Your job? Find the bug. Get to work.
So we're looking to kind of break the password. Is the answer in the question? Bug.
Eureka!
Bug like fly. The fly!
Fly, I like that.
Is it Fly Girl?
Pop fly. Earthquakes. California.
Oh, that's it! Write it down!
Time's up! We have a victor.
Hey, Chetty. Pretty good effort, huh?
You lost.
Yeah, but we really rallied in the end there.
You know, the admissions committee was split on you. You made it by one vote. The deciding member thought you showed promise. It is clear now that he was wrong. Okay, next challenge.
An app challenge.
You got this.
Okay, so I have an idea. People take pictures, right?
Yeah?
Yeah, well, what if they take a photo and then...
Tell me more.
They instantaneously share it with their friends!
Wait.
No, that's Instagram.
Yeah, that's Instagram. Okay. Time to hit the reset button.
All right.
Oh. Look at them.
Who are they? And she says, oh, wait a minute. That's not a duck.
Okay. I'm texting her that I love her and sending her a picture I just took.
No. Give me your phone. What's the square root of like 17?
4.23. Maybe.
Whoa.
Oh my god. That's the app we should do right there. What? Some quiz questions you have to answer before you can send a drunk text or phone call.
That's good.
Something to protect you from you.
That's a winner right there.
Astonishingly, it would appear that your app has received 10 times more downloads than any other teams. It would appear that you have won your first challenge. Congratulations.
How about it?
Now, the next challenge is manning the Google helpline. This is one of the most difficult jobs we have, combining both customer relations and product fluency. You'll be judged on both.
I'm so ready for this thing. I was up all night studying. All right.
So that I may review your work later. The helpline is open.
Google Helpline, my name's Billy. How can I help you? So you logged out of your Gmail? Well, the good news is Uncle Bill here has a key under the mat.
Google Helpline, this is Nick. How may I help you?
So the calendar sync issue pops up if you switch time zones. Are you on vacation? Miami, very nice. Well, let's get your browser cleared up, and then I'm going to talk to you about the best Cuban spots in town.
I'm going to play on a hunch here. Delete all your cookies. Did that work? Great.
Come on, baby, let me hear you do the conga. You know you can control
Time's
it.
up!
So soon? I was just getting warmed up.
Please submit your log file so that I may review your work later.
Happily.
Just click the blue button.
Mine's not blue, it's gray.
Did you not hear my opening remarks?
Most of them. I was getting in the zone.
I was very clear that you have to log into your account so that I may review your work later.
The good news is you reviewed my work now. You don't need the instant replay if you saw the touchdown live.
I don't really understand that analogy. But what I do know is attention to detail is of paramount importance here. So your team will unfortunately receive a score of 0. Good job, Mr. McMahon. Now, one final challenge remains. Sales. Over 1 million companies advertise with Google. Find one that doesn't. Convince them. The bigger the sale, the more chances you have of taking this competition. The winner shall be announced at our final meeting. Good luck.
No smoking sign on your cigarettes break.
Listen, guys, we've always done things the same way here. Yellow pages, flyers, San Jose Mercury News.
Yeah, we're all creatures of habit. But you know what the scariest thing in life is? Change.
But I'm not changing anything. When you franchise, you lose quality. You lose the taste that people trust. You want to know why this sauce is so good? Because I go to the farmer's market every day. I am part of the fabric of this neighborhood. And that's good enough for me.
Better than good enough. That's the best. We don't want you to abandon your neighborhood. All that we're saying is, what if your neighborhood got a bit bigger? I can't blame you for being a little bit afraid. Hell, we were scared for a long time out there, grinding it out. But I'll tell you one thing. You lift your head, take a breath. There are a lot of great possibilities out there. Everybody's searching for something. They're searching for you. We just want to help them find you. 10,000 spoons when all you need is a knife.
Today we shall reveal the intern team that will be awarded jobs here. So, gentlemen, I'm afraid to say that the sales from one shop in the last challenge are not enough to put you into the lead. But this is not one shop. This is a blossoming franchise with endless possibilities thanks to you. What you have done is connect to people. And connect those people to information. which is what we do here at Google. So, gentlemen, welcome to Google.
Oh my God! Oh my God! I can't believe it! We have jobs! You know, I did get you a little something. Not to get too sentimental or anything, but hell of a summer, bud.
Hell of a summer.
It's like rain on your wedding day, a free ride when you've already paid. It's good advice that you just didn't take, and who would have thought it figures? Thank you.
Thank you.
What's going on, guys? I'm here with Cole Rosini, a junior here at Holy Ghost Prep. He's a member of our Model UN team. So, Cole, obviously we have a lot of great clubs here and teams here at Holy Ghost. So just tell us a little about Model UN.
Yeah, well, first, Justin, thank you so much for having me. First, Model UN, it's a great activity in which you get to test your public speaking and research skills in a diplomatic kind of format. So you get to compete with students from sometimes all around the world, and you get to kind of simulate what the United Nations might do on a daily basis, where you're tackling real-world issues and having the opportunity to create real solutions.
So, yeah, like you just said, it's tackling real world solutions in a diplomatic way. What's one thing that you really enjoy about Model UN?
Sure. So one of the things I enjoy about Model UN the most is just having the chance to interact with people from a variety of different backgrounds and schools and places. Some of my best friends who I've met through Model UN might be as close as Connecticut or as far as the United Kingdom or maybe another country. And having that interaction is really cool, especially because at these conferences, in addition to competing, there are also plenty of opportunities to be able to just talk to people and figure out why you're all there at the competition together.
That's what I think one of the really cool things about Model UN is you meet people from, like you said, all across the world, UK, all different states, and like you said, you guys have been to a few different states. What can you tell us a little bit about the states you've been to and the competitions?
Yeah, sure. So we went to, this year we had the most competitions we've ever went to in a single year. First, early on, we went to New Jersey, next door neighbor for their Princeton conference. But then in the second semester, we had a lot of competitions. We went to Connecticut for Yale's conference, went back to Washington, D.C. for a second year for American University's conference. Then we headed back up to New York City for their national conference. It's kind of like the championship of Model UN. I believe over 4,000 kids go once every 2 different weeks for the competition. And then we also recently just competed at Cornell Model UN.
So like you said, you guys went to the championships at New York. How'd you guys do? How are you guys doing this season?
So this year, we have walked away from every single competition with several awards. And a majority of our competitions this year, we have also achieved team awards. Usually in the past couple of years, we've seen a lot of individuals perform really well, maybe get some sort of award or recognition. But this year especially, our team has really risen to the occasion, and everyone is not only performing exceptionally well, but also working with one another. We have a saying whenever we go to these competitions that a lot of teams might not like us because we do really well, but we also know how to have fun. And finding that balance is always really effective. And I think is part of the reason why we've been so successful this year.
That's definitely a big part of the reason, winning and having fun at the same time. And I think the Model UN moderator, Profe, is a huge help to that. She's such a great person to be around, and I can only imagine how fun she is on the trips. So for incoming freshmen, how can they get involved in Model UN?
Sure. So for incoming freshmen, Model UN is a great activity because there are so many opportunities to not only learn more about the club, but to kind of advance your role in the club and how you're contributing. So first, in order to kind of give you an idea of what the structure of Model UN is like, we have some of our student coaches, Matt Marcinkowski and Emiliano Salazar, who are both recent graduates of HGP, and then Profe, and then Father Dan as well as one of our moderators, and then a student leadership team. And so as an incoming freshman, that really is a good opportunity to kind of like get the groundwork laid for you in terms of what Model UN is going to be like. There are two different kinds of things you can do in Model UN. You can simulate a general assembly or a crisis if the UN had to address like a time. And so that year, it's a great opportunity to figure out what your strong suit is, what you might need to work on, and how you can improve for the years to come. Because there's so many opportunities for kind of mobility or upward mobility throughout the activity.
Yeah, so like you guys just heard Cole say, if you are interested in anything Cole just talked about or Model UN, or if you're already at Ghost and you sound interested in whatever Cole just talked about, just find Cole in the hallway. If you see Profe or any of the other student moderators, just say, hey, I'm interested in Model UN and I'd like to join. So, cool, that's everything. And right now we're going to send it to a video about Model UN.
Awesome.
All right, thanks, Cole.
What's up, everybody? We're back. We're here with the man behind the camera himself. You probably don't see a lot of him, but when you do, it's a great time. Rob Loper. What's up, Rob?
Nothing much. How are you, Tom?
I'm doing all right. So Rob's a junior here, and we like to consider him pretty much the face of HGP TV. He's always behind the camera, editing, filming, whatever needs to be done, he's doing it. So, Rob, can you just tell us how HGP TV started and how that went along?
Yeah, for sure. So, Sports Media Club is where it kind of actually started. We had a Sports Media Club my freshman year, and I made one singular sports graphic, and from there, I got yanked into a bunch of different stuff. And at the time, a senior, David Shapansky, he yanked me in and wanted me to help with the news that he was starting up. So January of my freshman year, we launched our first news broadcast, and now it's kind of evolved into a big thing. Now we're doing Holy Ghost Day today, so that's obviously a big live stream. It's our whole crew, so it's cool.
Nice. So any, freshmen, sophomores, any incoming freshmen, do you need any help anywhere, or how do you recommend people sign up for HGP TV that want to get involved? What would you say?
You can join anytime all year. We need people all the time for different types of things. Don't need any experience. We'll train you. We'll figure it out. But a lot of it's taking initiative. Just do what you think you can do. Make your own videos, whatever, and we'll see if they work in.
All right. So now I'm going to ask you a little about yourself, Rob.
Okay.
So for someone who does so much in the editing world, the filming, is there, aspirations to continue this after HGP TV, maybe continue in college or beyond? What are you thinking?
I'm looking into production in college. Definitely something I'm considering, but I'm still figuring it out, figuring out what's best fit for me. So we're getting there.
Okay. And then do you have any memories that you think are really standing out when you think about the 3 years you've been doing HGP TV with, so many different guys?
That's a hard one, but I would just say all the bloopers we've had. There's so many. I wish we could clip them all together. I have no idea where they are, but we've had a lot of mistakes along the way. And also the charity ball commercial. Mike Malpezzi's behind the scenes here. That's become a classic. Pezzi the Elf. He even has what's the name? Teachers' kids come up to him and ask for autographs, and Mr. Krause's kid wanted a video for Christmas, so it's pretty cool. We made a character out of that.
Yeah, it's great to see how much of an impact yourself and the whole program has had on the school. I think if you look back 4 years ago, there's nothing like HGP TV. No, videos or TikToks or charity ball commercials being made. So obviously, you're a big part of that and why we are doing this today. So thanks for hopping on, Rob. It's good to see you in front of the camera. But anything else you wanna add?
Nothing too much, but I do want to shout out some of our guys. We have Dan Marchesani upstairs, Raza Nakvi, who am I missing? Evan Goodwin, all our HGP TV guys. They're running the set and stuff like that. So now we're gonna go and what else do you have, Tom? What do you have?
Well, let's flip it a little bit. I think you're gonna interview me now, and I'll be your guest.
Okay. You're in HGP TV. What's your favorite thing about HGP TV?
I don't know. I like doing the behind-the-scenes stuff, but let's talk about another club here at Ghost Around the World, and something that we're doing next week that's really special. We're doing the milkshake drive. So I know, Rob, you're in the club. What are you expecting from the milkshake drive?
I'm excited for it. I'm hoping for good milkshakes. I'm hoping they're not too chunky or anything. I know we had a few of those last year, but overall it was pretty good. So, what's your favorite milkshake flavor?
I'd have to go with cookies and cream myself.
Okay.
So real quick, I'll shout it out for everyone at home. Next week, Thursday, May 16th, we are doing the milkshake drive for Ghost Around the World. We'll be selling milkshakes at break and lunch. Chocolate and vanilla, $4. Cookies and cream will be $5. All the proceeds are going to the Tengaran Boys School in Tanzania. Last year, we donated the money towards building them another classroom. This year, I'm sure we'll be doing something similar, but it's all going to the same place again. So we're looking to raise more money and exceed our goal. I think last year we made maybe 1,000. So I think we're looking to exceed that and help them out.
Yeah, isn't Brady Stout the future president too?
KJ Freeband. He's the new president.
Same
so
kid, different font. Yeah.
He's got big footprints to follow because I was the president last year. So we expect great things from him.
For sure.
All right, thanks for coming on, Rob.
Of course. Thank you.
Thank you so much. There's plenty of good things going on around campus, especially HGP TV. But now we're going to send it over to some alumni doing fascinating things.
You could call them a timeless classic with a lot to say. Simple, elegant, and just plain cool. For decades, split-flap boards have been turning heads at airports and train halls, conveying info for travelers for a treat for the eyes and ears. While most displays have gone digital, like the beloved display at Philadelphia's 30th Street Station, just a quick drive nearby, Oat Foundry is not only hand-building them, they're bringing retro back.
All right, welcome to Oat Foundry. Let's do a little tour.
All right, I'm excited. Which I quickly learned is no picnic.
That's the correct way to do it incorrectly.
Yeah, the correct way to do it incorrectly. The company successfully turning the clock back on split flap. So far, installing more than 300 boards in offices, bars, and restaurants in 30 states and in 23 countries and counting. Google, Carnival Cruises, and Starbucks among some of the big names going analog. In New York City, more than 650,000 daily travelers are greeted by the flutter of flaps relaying transit data at the Irish Exit Bar in Moynihan Train Hall.
So why split flap? There's something nostalgic about it. It's a timeless design. And so we started making them and really just falling in love with it. It's definitely a romantic product to build.
Mark Kuhn is CEO and one of the co-founders of the now multi-million-dollar company started in 2013 with a mission to build cool stuff. Challenged by their restaurant client Honeygrow to create a new way to call orders, the team realized they could flip the script on digital advertising.
You bank on split flaps, and it's paid off in pretty big dividends, it sounds like. We knew that there was something special about this, and then we're able to grow not just business operations, but our team here with the necessary roles for that.
Behind every click, 50 characters per carousel moving in tandem create every clack.
There's definitely a ballet that happens. I mean, you're talking about tens of thousands of moving pieces.
Fast Company writer Nate Berg, covering design, agrees Oat Foundry's mix of innovation and tradition is part of a spiked interest in the antiqued.
We've seen this push towards novelty items like typewriters, vinyl, and now split flap. Is there a growing market for more analog?
I think there is. I mean, it's going to be a niche, but this kind of sign I think is going to be really useful in a cafe setting, a restaurant, a bar. It's mostly just to differentiate themselves, like to have something that customers maybe don't expect or don't get to see wherever they go.
The team moving beyond letters, numbers, and characters with full color images.
Picture flap came out of split flap.
Each design made to order for however big or small the client is willing to pay.
They're built to last. We have a sign in our shop that's been running for 39 million rotations, which for the average user is like 300 years of use. So there's longevity here. Yeah, you're buying quality.
Longevity Oat Foundry appreciates for those who are willing to stop and listen.
Do you think we're in an era or revisiting a time where we're going to see more analog technology come back? I hope so. I think that there's a future where the technology that we see, the analog technology we see, can have all that magic, but it doesn't have to just be a black obelisk glass screen in your pocket. It doesn't have to just be the digital glow of screens in an airport or train station. It can be this warmer sort of handshake between where we are now and where we're going.
Really cool.
Yeah, thanks to our friends at Oat Foundry for actually making a similar display right here for us, branded with Today on it, and they even etched it with the logo here, so thanks to them.
Wow.
You guys want to check it out and play with it?
I mean, he was so poetic with his words, but to think of it as a handshake, it's warm, it's comforting.
I love it. It's familiar. It's familiar.
And we all remember them. Yeah, you go into a train station, the airport, whatever.
That's so
it's
cool.
visual,
That's really
and as
cool.
you said, an oral thing.
Price tag on that one's free, but if you want one of these for your business, they start about $50,000.
Wow.
So they're definitely for some businesses, and the company is actually hoping to bring back the split flap board to 30th Street Station. So anyone that traveled there remembers it. They say like, hey, as soon as we get the call, we're ready to build one. Of course, they took it out because it's getting harder to find parts for the old ones. But
This is not last
more
forever.
reliable.
And you could just plug it in with an app or what you want it to say, and then it just does it.
Exactly. That torture sign that they showed us, really cool. Second time they ever stopped it was for us to actually film it. So
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Plug it in so that it'll say what you want. That's what our producers want for us.
That is They try.
Exactly.
George, thank you. Thank you, George.
Thank you, George.
That was good.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.
Mike, it's really awesome to see that our alumni are just making a big change out there in the world.
Yeah, on the Today Show? What? That's crazy.
That is
that
wild.
Could be us one day.
That could be us one day.
I mean?
You never know.
But speaking of cool alumni, one that was just in town is Nolan Jones. Isn't that insane?
That is insane.
For those of you that do not know, Nolan Jones is a left fielder for the Colorado Rockies. He was the class of 2016, and he recently played the Phillies. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I didn't go to the game myself, but I heard it was a blast. I heard he played great. Well, I don't even know if he played, to be honest. Made that up.
Yeah.
Next we have...
Yeah, it was awesome. I saw at the end of the game a lot of the students, like a whole bunch of the Holy Ghost guys were there, and a lot of the students got pictures with them. Whether that was like right on the fence, they got pictures, posting it all over Instagram. And it's cool to see like a big leaguer like that, not forgetting home.
Right, repping our school.
Yeah,
we're a small school, but we got a big network. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah,
awesome.
He seems very proud to be from Holy Ghost. I know a lot of the guys are there. Jack Dobbins, he's back there somewhere, but he wore his Nolan Jones jersey to the game. It's just awesome to see that.
Yeah, and it says here that he was ranked as the third on the top 10 left fielders in MLB this year, which is actually awesome considering. So he's not just at that top level, but he's at the top level of that top level.
Yeah.
So he's the best of the best.
So he's been balling out. He made his MLB debut in 2022 and recently was runner-up for Rookie of the Year. So
that's right.
I think that's a big accomplishment that we're very proud of him here at Holy Ghost. Yeah. And he's making an impression up at the top.
At the top level, that's right.
Yeah.
And so now, currently, he's on the 10-day IL and should be back on the field this weekend for their home series against the Rangers.
Yeah.
So that's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
So real quick, we're just going to cut to this. Wait, you want to add some more?
No, I'm just really excited to see him back. I'm a huge baseball fan, love the Phillies. Didn't go to the game, but definitely watched it.
Right.
He's a great player, and he's very impressive, and he hits the ball pretty far.
That is right.
I'm just really excited to see him back out there.
Right.
So let's see some more clips of Nolan Jones, some highlights to see what he's really about.
Roll the tapes.
Yeah, let's see it. Let's see it.
Had that home run yesterday. This ball high, deep right field. Take a good look. You won't see it for long. Time to fly to Boston. Nolan Jones has won it. Wow.
Second row of the third deck.
Well, if you're going to hit a walk-off, make it an emphatic one. What a win for the Rockies.
All right, well, thank you, Malpezzi and Brady, for that little update on Nolan Jones. I know he is off to a rough start this year with injuries, but last year he was one of the runner-ups for Rookie of the Year, which is insane. Just thinking about it, he's literally top 0.01% of all athletes in America, which is just pretty crazy to think about. So like we've been talking about all day, let's kick it over to the donations. We've had a huge uptick in momentum with the donations and everything. Like we've been talking about, get your socks. The socks are still available. They're running out.
Running out of socks. Get them while supplies last.
If you donate $50, you get a free pair of socks. So that's very good incentive to get some socks. Look how cool these are.
And for those of you who are just joining into the live stream, we're going to send it over to a little video now explaining what Holy Ghost Day really is. How's it going, everybody? I'm Dean Burkhardt, and I would like to welcome all of you to Holy Ghost Prep's 4th annual Holy Ghost Prep Day. Basically what it is, it's a day of giving, a day of community for all of you, friends, family, alumni, to donate and give back to your
Cut, you're doing it all wrong. You gotta get him excited. This is boring. Where's my helmet?
This is how we innovate.
Getting a call.
Yo, Brady, are we going to show them who I'm interviewing?
Of course we are.
Hi, my name is Rand, class of 02 at Holy Ghost.
This isn't even on the script. What? Let him go with it. We're also going to be covering some of our new and important clubs, like Model UN, HGP TV, and much more, along with our sports, which have been pushing new boundaries.
Yo, Brady, are you going to tell them about HGP volleyball next spring?
Don't worry, Coach Colin. We'll make sure to talk about volleyball and all the other amazing stuff happening at Holy Ghost Prep on May 8th, 2024. Right, Firebird?
Tune in!
Tune in!
Tune in! Tune in.
Tune in!
Dude, you just stole my whole show.
I know. Wasn't it great?
You know what?
Donate $50 or more and get these socks.
Glad to be joined with two very special guests. You may recognize their voices if you ever tuned into our athletic live streams, but now you get to see some faces. I would like to welcome Caden Stewart and Jack Dobbins. How are you guys today?
Doing well, Jacob. How about you?
Doing well. So the live streams for the athletic games is something we started back in COVID for people that couldn't come to the games due to the regulations, so the parents and students could watch it, but it was such a great hit that we kept doing it. So I'm here to have them tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, every day we have lacrosse, baseball, basketball, and soccer live streams going across the fall, spring, and winter seasons. We're always getting compliments about the live streams from parents who are at the games and in the comment sections for the most part that we could see. Me and Jack will rotate on baseball and basketball live streams. I take most of the lacrosse and soccer, but we're trying to work some more influence in there as Jack's getting some lacrosse play-by-play time. So I'll go to you for that.
Yeah, I mean, just taking over some play-by-play for the first time. I did a lot of color my first couple of years, but the play-by-play split's been really fun. Baseball is, of course, the primary sport to me, but doing these live streams is probably one of, if not my favorite part about Ghost, just getting to show what I love doing and helping the school in the process.
That's great, guys. Can you guys tell me a little bit about the preparation for these live streams?
Oh, boy, where do we even start?
I think I probably should take this one. We have power cords going all over the place. We have the internet. We usually have GoPro set up for baseball. We have one behind home plate and one for the outfield to get some of those diving plays by Eddie Rosado at center field that we happen to see every broadcast. We have that. We have a major, well, I should say major, but a large cart with a CPU, a monitor, everything like that, mics, stream deck, pretty much everything you can possibly think of that could possibly go into a broadcast we have on our cart.
That's amazing. A lot of preparation goes into these. Obviously, we have our two, voices behind the live streams here. Is there anyone else that, that you want to shout out that helps make these live streams possible?
Rob Loper. Rob Loper helps everything, whether it be the technology, whether it be with setting up the live streams for a new year, or just anything related to getting them up and running for us to do the talking.
But yeah, obviously Rob Loper on call 24/7, especially on a broadcast day. We've had multiple problems over the years that Rob's had to solve himself, just because I'm not exactly tech savvy. So yeah, big thanks to Rob. I also like to shout out Syed Nakvi and Steven Zaglin, a sophomore and a senior, that have helped me out with color commentary when one of us is unable to make it. They've done a great job. Steven's graduating this year, so I wish him luck at Marist College next year and for the next 4 years. Syed, though, is a sophomore. He'll be taking over most likely when me and Jack graduate after next season. So a big shout out to both of them. They've done a great job so far.
And speaking of, how can underclassmen get involved with the live streams?
Really, any way you want to, just come up to either Rob Loper or one of us, and we can help get you involved. We have a little list of guys that if we want to put them on games, we can do so. But it's really just show some interest and have a passion for the games. That's really what it is.
Well, I appreciate you guys and all the time you guys put into it. We really appreciate it. The families and alumni really appreciate being able to watch the games live. So thank you guys for stopping by. And in case you guys missed it, we're going to replay our live performance from the theater program.
How's it going? I'm Dean, and I'm here live at the Holt Center with one of the stars of the Holy Ghost Prep play, Rocky. Rocky, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Can you tell me a little bit about your character in the upcoming show?
So I'm Officer Barrel. I'm one of the corrupt cops, just trying to take out as many people as possible, the poor, paid off by the rich Cladwell. It's a lot of fun.
It sounds so exciting. Personally, I'm beyond excited.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you guys. Can you tell me a little bit about Urinetown?
Urinetown is a comedy, and it's all about the poor versus the rich. Like the rich are really oppressive over the poor, and they're like making them pay to go to the bathroom and everything like that. And the poor are finally like, you know what, we're done with this, and they riot against them.
And as you all know, so much effort going into this. Can you tell me a little bit about like what the preparation's been like for this?
Yeah. We've been working for a couple of months, and at first it starts with like a couple people are brought in, and we do like a couple pages of a couple scenes, and then it's like a bigger group are brought in, and then we do like a vocal rehearsal, and then eventually we get to where we're at now, where it's everybody in this theater all at the same time, doing the show from start to finish over and over and over again until we have it down.
And before we got on, you would tell me a little about the pit. Can you just walk me through what that is?
Yeah. So usually we kind of just like, I'm not going to say rent out, but we like hire people to come in and do the pit. And this year we only have 5 people, including Mr. Hallahan. And the sound quality and the music is just so awesome. Like we had a rehearsal where we all sat down and we sang through the show, the entire show, with the band, and it reinvigorated all of us. We were all super pumped, super excited just because of the music that they brought to us.
Thank you so much for that, Rocky. It was great talking to you.
Great talking to you, too.
Thank you. Now we're here behind the scenes with a few of the masterminds from the school play. So we're here with Joe, Senior. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Sure. So I'm Joe. I'm a senior, class of 2024, and I operate the soundboard in the booth. This is where we control all of the sound and lighting for the show. This right here is the lighting board. This controls any lighting effects, how the stage is colored, things like that. And this is the microphone board. It controls all of people's microphones, so you can actually hear them throughout the show, and any sort of like sound effects, make sure there's the right volume, stuff like that. But this is Ben. This is our light board operator. He operates this amalgamation. I don't know how to work this, but he does. So, and that's right here, Evan, our stage manager. He's like kind of in charge. He's calling the shots. He's cueing me and he's cueing him, just so that we, stay on script and know what to do.
Do you believe this is where the real magic of the play happens back here?
Yeah, really, the stuff, the actors are doing their thing, but the real magic of the play is backstage one and also, back here, because the show wouldn't happen without us.
I love it. And I love how it's all student ran. It's all, like, my classmates I know are back here doing all the magic. I think that's so special.
Everything cleaned up all right, Mr. Barrow?
Sure, same as always. But did you hear him scream?
Old man struck?
All the way down to Urinetown.
Oh, yes, I heard him, but... And they always do seem to scream in the end now, don't they, Mr. Barrow? Once there, long journey into exile comes to a close, and the spires of Urinetown peak above the horizon. They do scream then, Mr. Barrow. They most certainly do.
I suppose I thought he might be different somehow.
Different?
Old man Strong always seemed a bit tougher than the rest. I thought he might, I don't know, surprise us.
If there's one thing I learned in my many years of enforcing the laws of the city, it's that the journey down to Urinetown offers no surprises. Not even from the very toughest among us. On that journey, expect only the expected. But let's all go. Tumble the journey over the other journey of humble death. A slap, face, straight to the base, certain to the base. This is the full town. It's a path that leads to only one place. Horrible to retrace a crumble down. A hard, cold tumble of a journey, trouble of a journey to Urinetown. Julie Cassidy went to a field behind a tree. Saw there was no one who could see me but me. And Jacob Rosenblum thought he was safe up in his room. Didn't know the jars he kept up there would obligate a trip to Urinetown. Well, there are those who think of the mission really malicious. A bunch of fools, but it's we who gather for the people. Tap into the steeple. Awful fruits, our task to bring a little order. Swing a lot of harder for what he loots as the book says. Certainly a season. Trample out of trees without your boots. Roger Roosevelt kept a cup below his belt. Cup ran over when he dealt his belt. We dealt. And Joseph Bolton struck. Held his before much too long. Hoped his son might bail him out. His guess was good but also wrong. 30 years past, all lived in a jungle, scooping down a jungle nature's hole. Life of constellation, certain aggravation, to learn the power of attraction, organize a function, king to flawed. So, if peace is what you're after, Urinetown's the rafter to hang it on.
Jacob Rosenblum. Roger Jacob Rosenblum. Julie Cassidy.
Don't be like them, don't be like them, don't be like them, don't be like them, don't be like them. Don't be like them. To the base, it's a stumble down, it's a path, leads on the wrong place, hard on the weak creature crumble. Hard, cold, tumble of a journey to Urinetown.
Thank you for that. And now we're here with Holy Ghost own Tyler Fay.
Hi.
Thank you for being here with us. So, Tyler, you're the president of the Campus Ministry Club.
Yes, I'm president of Campus Ministry. I'm also president of the Culinary Club. I like to get involved a lot around campus.
And I mean, little plug, Milkshake Drive.
Milkshake Drive,
Huge part of the
We're
Milkshake
doing
Drive.
a Ghost Around the World Milkshake Drive on the second to last day of school. We're really excited to raise some money with that.
But specifically for Campus Ministry, can you tell us a little bit more about what that is?
Yes, so Campus Ministry is just another one of the many ways for kids to get involved here at campus. Mainly, if they're interested in improving their spiritual life or interested in service, we have many opportunities for them, such as reading at Mass or altar serving, or we have a very long relationship with the St. Francis Inn that we always try to send kids to. And just recently we sent some kids in Somerton, Philadelphia, to the Cranleaf Center to help with the spiritual nuns there, improve the area.
Well, that is incredible. What teachers help out with that?
So that's mainly, Father Dan, of course. Mr. Wardenby runs the whole thing. We couldn't do anything without him. Also, we just try to work with the whole religion department, especially Mr. Dembick, Miss Forster too now, Miss Daly.
Do you guys help out with the food, with like the food drives around in Kensington?
Yeah, we do actually help out with the food drives. Just this December, we took all of our all of the gifts that we got over winter break down to Philly in Chinatown to deliver them to the homeless. It was really nice.
I know there's a lot of students around here that go on that and say how eye-opening it is, how great it is to do something, and how warm they feel coming back. I think it's extremely important that we do some spiritual things, of course.
We're a Spiritan school. We always need to be showing off our charism, our character.
So for campus ministry, what are some responsibilities that comes with being the president of that club?
So as the president of campus ministry, I usually have to track down people to help volunteer with Mass. And I'm trying to schedule a Latin Mass trip, and I also always try to schedule some more service opportunities.
So Ghost, obviously, we pride ourselves on our service, on how much we do on and off campus. What are some initiatives that you've done, not only for campus ministry, but for many other clubs that you're involved in?
So one of the things that I've done for a culinary club is we've tried to we tried to do a bake sale with partnership of campus ministry and the World Language Department to raise money for Carnitas International, our aid program for giving humanitarian aid to those who really need it right now in the Middle East.
So before we went live, actually, you told me a little bit about how you set up Culinary Club, more or less?
Yes, I'm the president and founder of Culinary Club. My brother was a big push for me because he was very involved in school when he was here. He founded his own club, and then he made me found Culinary Club. He told me that you need to get involved because it's Holy Ghost is just such an amazing opportunity for people to explore their interests. If a club doesn't exist yet, you can easily form one because there's bound to be people who are also interested.
We've had Dino Club, we've had Ping Pong Club.
Even Holy Ghost News.
Yeah,
We have
HGP
TV.
Started by Dave Skapansky and our own Rob Loper.
Yeah.
Took off. Now look at where we are. So for Culinary Club, is there a favorite dish or something that you've made over time?
So we try to do two different types of cooks for Culinary Club. Sometimes we'll invite teachers in. Like just recently we had Father Dan show us how to make baba ganoush because he's Lebanese. It's a cultural exchange. And other times we'll try to be more hands-on with each kid. So like we'll do omelets, try to show them each like some fundamental skills so they can make after-school snacks just a bit more interesting.
Yeah, the food on campus, now that we have culinary here with Jorge, have you guys done anything?
We actually have, yeah. We've partnered with Chef Jorge. He showed us how to make, it was tacos. Showed us how to make tacos. That was a lot of fun. He also asked us if we could ever help with lunch a day, so we're going to have to take him up on that offer.
That would be amazing, because he is the man. I remember in the Dominican, he would just go out back, help him, and the food was second to none. It was amazing. Mm-hmm. I remember you guys have done bake sales on campus.
Yes.
You've done Mardi Gras celebrations with Father Dan.
Mardi Gras celebration, yeah, that was a lot of fun. We try to get all of our students to bake at home because it's just easier. We only have so much time after school, and everybody's so committed to their sports here. It makes it hard to find people, but we all always try to make it work because you have to be flexible at Ghost to be able to fit everything in.
Definitely. Busy schedule.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, taking time out of that busy schedule.
Yeah.
Now we're going to send it upstairs again to Mrs. Gear and Brady Stout.
Hello, everybody. We are back here with Mrs. Gear. Successful day so far. Just a quick question. How are we doing on the fundraising today? Just a quick update.
Sure. Some quick numbers for everybody to here right now, where we at about 11:30 or so. So far, we raised $11,809 from a total of 93 donors, and our leading decades is 1980, with our leading class in dollars is 1997. So we're always super appreciative of our alumni on days like today, and of course our current families and alumni families as well. In addition to that, we have 11 states that are represented, so we always try to get as close as we can to get as many states on board as possible. So we'll update that map today as well.
That's awesome. Do you want to clarify where today's fundraising dollars are specifically going to?
Sure. So Holy Ghost Day was really generated to help us raise funds for our Holy Ghost Fund. Our Holy Ghost Fund is technically unrestricted dollars, but what that really means for all of our donors is that those dollars go to scholarships. It really becomes a tuition assistance type of opportunity for us to make sure that we have the best and brightest students in our area on our campus. And we know that, you know, some folks may have a financial burden that they may not be able to send their student here, and we just want to make sure that all students who deserve to be here and want to be here can be here. So that's why it's so important to fund things like the Holy Ghost Fund every single year, and help those dollars grow to make sure Holy Ghost can be the best it can be.
Awesome. So besides like a day such as today, what is your role at HGP? Just tell us a little bit about that.
Sure, absolutely. So my title here is Director of Annual Giving and Alumni Engagement. That's big. It encompasses a lot of stuff, but of course things like Holy Ghost Day. Some of you may be familiar with Giving Tuesday. I know we spoke earlier today about the soundboard that the theater department received thanks to our donors on Giving Tuesday, the new stage piano that music received. So days like today are a huge part of my role here at Holy Ghost, but that second part has to do with alumni engagement and making sure students like you, when you leave, you want to come back, right? So we do things like a March Madness viewing party every year at Parks Casino at Chickies and Peach, which is always just a great opportunity for guys to reconnect, hang out, and watch the games. We do things like alumni soccer games, alumni basketball games, holiday receptions at the Union League in Torresdale, which everybody always likes. But we also have an alumni board. So here at Holy Ghost, we have a board of trustees who are super influential and help us succeed each and every year here. And for us in the alumni world, we focus on having an alumni association board that helps us forward the mission of the school in the way that our trustees see the vision moving, and pivot throughout the year in finding ways to make sure alumni are still proud of us, want to be part of us, and make sure we give them opportunities to come back and be part of us.
Right.
So that's the alumni standpoint. From a student standpoint, not a ton of involvement. I work really hard to make sure I meet as many students as possible, especially days like today. You guys have been crucial to help us be so successful. But the LEAP program is something that I work with Mr. Dembeck with, out of College Guidance. So it's an opportunity for us to connect with alumni in the area who were in different fields, to be able to pair students with alumni to provide 1 to 2 day externship opportunities in whatever field that they have interest in. So we have alumni who are doctors, teachers, accountants, lawyers, you name it. We have some really great guys who've been able to help us over the years. We had one alumni who was a producer, I guess, in your world of all this production stuff. He was on tour with Kenny Chesney, and we had a few kids a few years back got to go to the Kenny Chesney concert, be part of the production of that concert. So some experiences are definitely more exciting in terms of like what people are involved with. Right. And that was something that we never had experience with before. So it was really exciting to see those students have that opportunity to be part of that production of the Kenny Chesney concert. So again, that's a yearly program here that is just provided to our juniors. So parents, if you're listening and you have a sophomore, that is an opportunity that's coming their way next year. So it's something that you certainly don't want to miss out on.
Right. So there's definitely so much that happens, you know, with the students on camera, in front of everybody, but there's also so much that goes behind the scenes. People like you who keep this school afloat, make sure that they're doing what they should be doing, keeping everybody in line, and definitely also creating bonds with students, right? I know you and a lot of upperclassmen have been able to work, especially towards HGP Day today, and making videos, clips, all these fundraisers, so a huge shout out to you for that. And next, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, absolutely.
And in case you're just joining, we're going to reshare a couple of live hits from earlier.
Hello everybody, my name is Brady Stout. I'm a junior here at Holy Ghost with Jeremiah Maturi, who's another junior here at Holy Ghost, and he is involved with the music program, plays the piano. And we're just going to talk a little bit about one of the gifts from Giving Tuesday that some donors gave to us. We've been using it a lot here. And Jeremiah, what do you have to say about this piano?
I think like in general, I think everybody has an inclination to like creativity, and for me, that inclination comes in the form of music, specifically the piano. And being able to have like this new keyboard, it kind of like, it allows me to, show up my creativity in a way. I get to play whenever I'm free. Whenever I have free periods, I can come to the music room and play it. It's a lot better than the previous pianos that we had, so the music sounds better too. And it's very like portable, we can place it wherever we need to. In terms of the events that we use it for, I'd say that we use it very often for the band concerts we hold in the winter and in the spring. We have one in a few weeks. We also use it for our masses that we hold at school. The ones held in like the field house. I think we also use it a lot for First Friday, which is held in the art gallery, where everyone gets an opportunity to just showcase their.
Yeah, that's always a fun time. Every now and then on Fridays during break, we go in the art room. Someone's always playing, whether it's the open season band we have here or someone like Jeremiah just playing on the piano.
Hey, today our guys are working on making some go-karts. Behind me, they're rebuilding their go-kart from scratch. And outside right now, they're painting their go-kart because they're finalized their design. Later on, they'll be racing these things for time and trying to improve their times over the semester.
So we're live in the courtyard today. We're doing some go-kart racing. What's up, guys? How's it going?
Pretty good. Pretty
So,
good.
what you guys built today?
Just like we took a design that Mr. Bushik gave us, we altered it a lot, so we made the front tiles closer together, added some foot stops, all that jazz, just trying to make it go a little faster, trying to get the best time.
How long did something like this take?
We worked on it like a couple of seconds and then
The whole second semester.
just about.
So then you finally here last week, pretty much.
Final times, kind of final operations.
What is this thing? What's all this thing?
So this one is for there's a cube and 2 speeders on the track that you got to pick up while you're driving, or your time doesn't count. So this is for the cubes and this is for the see there. And you can't pick them up with your hands. You have to use these. You got to keep them with you the whole time. You can drop these off.
What you guys learned from building something like this?
It's teamwork. Teamwork.
Yeah, we learned to use people to their bigger strengths, because certain people weren't as good as other people at certain things. So we put people on what they did best, and got them way more efficient, and we learned who could do what.
How do you guys feel? You guys winning this competition?
I think so. Yeah, that's light.
Feel good. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. So now that we've actually went and did the competition, how do you guys feel you performed?
We've had better performances, but honestly, for a final time, we went pretty fast. We got all three, which is really important. So
I think Mr. Bushwick helped you guys out a lot.
yeah, genuinely, like the advice that he gave us, and he let us kind of go on our own path, but kept us like kind of make sure we don't go too off track.
If you would do it again, what would you do differently?
That's a good question. I'd say maybe start with a different like approach to how we organized ourselves as a group, because we kind of just split people up into where they wanted to go, not where they like would perform best. So I say different organization.
Thank you guys. I really appreciate all of you. Thank you.
I'm here with our president, Mr. Garrison. Mr. Garrison, thank you so much for being here. So we're almost towards the end of our live stream. What have you thought of it so far today?
Well, Justin, I think it's just been fabulous to see the different people that you've had on, the featured guests. Love seeing Rand Geiger from the West Coast talking about his experiences from a film and production and producing standpoint. Really exciting. Obviously, bringing students on board, I think, has been great. Getting more and more folks involved in what is just a grand day celebrating Holy Ghost Prep.
Yeah. So do you have any words for HGP alumni or friends?
Sure. Well, I think first and foremost, we want to get as much support as we can. This is an exciting thing to be able to do. Holy Ghost Prep Day, you can see some of the numbers that are the latest update with well over $11,000 and 93 donors. That means we're averaging easily $100+ per gift. So your willingness to give and support those things that are most important to Holy Ghost Prep. I don't know if folks are very familiar with what some of these dollars go toward. Justin, would it be helpful to chat a little bit about that?
Yeah, so like we mentioned that Mrs. Gear said earlier, this money is really just going to Holy Ghost to fund everything, that all the projects and stuff we do around Holy Ghost. So all of your donations mean so much to us. And like we mentioned earlier, we still have the socks, $50 for a free pair of socks. So if you're interested in that, then...
That's a great thing, those socks. And to elaborate on some of the things Justin referred to, in terms of the dollars, they support a couple of things really significantly. First and foremost, it's scholarship and financial aid. These dollars help ensure that Holy Ghost Prep stays affordable. And there are a lot of families that aren't in a position to be able to pay the kinds of tuition that Holy Ghost charges, because we need it to operate as an organization and reward and fund our faculty and staff and the many facilities that we have. But getting those dollars and helping students be able to come to Holy Ghost makes all the difference in the world. And then we can also fund a variety of new programs and innovative programs. And I don't know how many of you are aware of some of those, but one of our latest one is the Medical Institute. Has there been any talk about that yet this morning, Justin?
Yes, we showed a video on 6ABC, giving a brief update about that.
Wonderful. Yeah. To be able to see what the Medical Institute is doing, and we're going to build upon that, I think will be great. But we also have so many other programs. Any comments about the theater? Did that come up, the Drama Society?
Yes, we had an interview with Tom McGinley, interviewed Owen Smith about all the nominations and stuff and the great play they just put on.
Excellent. Wasn't that fabulous to see?
Amazing, yeah.
You know, and essentially those are the Tony Awards of high school. So to see our guys be nominated for those and have an opportunity to win. And I think we won, like, Best Musical last year, right?
Last year, I know we're nominated for 17 different awards this year. I know so many of our students and faculty are nominated, so it's just really good to see another successful play.
So can we say, like, we're the defending champs? Can you say that about the theater?
You definitely could say that,
I think we can
100%.
say that too. Yeah, absolutely. Also wanted to share with you the news regarding a challenge gift. So the development committee has gotten together, and they've pulled together a nice gift of $5,000. And if we can raise another $5,000 in the next roughly 2 hours or so, that will release that challenge gift, and your gift totaling $5,000 will then be doubled to a total of $10,000. So help us get to that goal. And look, it could be one gift of $5,000 and we're there. But obviously anything that you can do, those gifts, $100, $500, $1,000 makes all the difference. Whatever level you can support Holy Ghost Prep Day, and Holy Ghost Prep will be much appreciated. A little shout out to the baseball team, I think, is deserving, don't you, Justin?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Garrison.
Yesterday, the baseball team had a great game. I left when it was 11-2 against Archbishop Ryan. It's always nice to beat a local rival.
Oh, definitely.
What was the final?
Final was 12-2.
12-2, nice. They weren't 10-run, were they?
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
Well, you know,
It's a
better
shame.
luck next time.
Yeah, there's
And
always-
today I think you have a game too, right?
Yes, it's our senior day versus Chichester. So
Oh, that should be good.
yeah, if
Yeah.
you're free, show up and support the team.
Yeah, always. Any of the sports, obviously, for those of you that have been on campus and have seen the new Dwayne Athletic Complex, soccer, lacrosse, ultimate frisbee, the benefits to track and field have been enormous. To all the folks that were a part of that effort, thank you so much. And anything else you wanted to hit or
No,
us to share?
nothing specific. Just like you said, to all of our donors, you heard Mr. Garrison, $5,000 unlocks the extra $5,000. So just keep donating in the next couple hours, like Mr. Garrison said.
And,
Yeah.
thank you for all of your support, all that you've given to Holy Ghost Prep, your time, your talents, your expertise, and of course your financial support. It makes all the difference in the world. Those gifts, and even your posting and sharing our posts with others to get the word out all about Holy Ghost and Holy Ghost Prep. It's a bright and incredible future, and perhaps at some point in the not too distant future, we'll be able to share more with you about our strategic plan and what's coming for Holy Ghost in the next 1, 3, 5 years. I think that about does it, Justin. What do you think?
That's everything. Thank you so much, Mr.
Super.
Garrison.
It was my pleasure. Thanks.
Closing out the day.
Call us in,
HGP
baby.
Let's go.
All right, well, right now we have Kona Ice out front for the students. Make your flavor, make your ice. Huge line down to like Founders right now.
It's going all the way down to the faculty parking lot right now. So if you want some, get in line right now or else it's going to be all gone.
All right. Well,
So-
I think pretty jam-packed day.
Yeah.
Pretty good day.
We hope you learned a lot about Holy Ghost, what goes on here, how things work around campus. I know me, Dean, our whole production crew today, Malpezzi, Rob, everyone, Brady, everyone that's here, we just want to say thank you. Say thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing on social media, for supporting us, donating. Holy Ghost Day makes a significant impact to our school and our students. And without Holy Ghost Day, all of you guys supporting and watching and all of our donations, it just wouldn't be the same. So we just thank you so much.
Well, the live stream might be over, but we are not even halfway
Far
done
from
Holy
done.
Ghost Day.
Far from done.
Midnight tonight, that's when we're calling it a wrap.
Yep.
Donations, keep bringing them in. Big thank you to all the donors.
Yep.
I think we might have a few more pairs of socks left.
The socks are still available, guys, if you want them.
But hurry up, get your pair.
All right, that's everything for today. I'm Justin Lucas.
And I'm Dean Burkhardt.
Happy Holy Ghost Day.